Mm, 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 mm. Boom, ba-doom, boom, ba-doom, boom. Hey, all right. What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Hopefully, everybody's doing okay. Thank you guys for patiently waiting and being here. Thank you, thank you. Uh, Happy Saturday, happy New Year's Eve, folks. We are in the building. We are back. Trying to get back into the normal swing of things. I've got some newfound responsibilities that I have to deal with, and so I'm trying to take care of that stuff, kind of get that in the mix. I'm still getting used to things, kind of helping out and doing some other stuff. But um, we're going to get back to our regularly scheduled programming. We're going to get back to Still Nick Fans Weekly, get back to the NBA report, and obviously we're getting back to Know the Ledge. So thank you guys for being here and rocking and tuning in, and hopefully we have a good show. All right, let's hit the ground running. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Hopefully everybody's doing good out there. I know it's depending on where you're at on the East Coast, definitely in the New York area. It's a rainy day. It's probably going to rain most of the day. But you know what? I think for a lot of us, we don't mind too much having a rainy day like this because the temperatures are mild. I mean, wintertime, we're damn near in January, one more day away, and it's 50 degrees. I think we'll take it for now. I mean, some people probably want the cold. I don't know. Everybody, have different preferences. You see it. Words to live by, folks. All right, so let's hit the chat, see what's rocking. Shout out to Walter Blackman. Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate you. Good morning, Ron. Hoping our team comes out with better energy tonight. Yeah, I mean, I hope so, man. That last game kind of looked like the Knicks of earlier in the season. It didn't look like the Knicks that went on that 8-game win streak. But you know what? I chalk that up to a lot of the young kids being thrust into roles that they're not necessarily comfortable with. Them playing a lot of minutes because they're all playing a lot of minutes with this shortened rotation, which is maybe something we got to talk about. Um, and also inexperience, of being in tough situations, game changing situations where you have to make plays, and then not having playmakers on the team. But shout out to Julius Randle, man. Julius has been playing incredible basketball. As much as I get mad at certain things that he misses on the defensive end, or sometimes with his effort, as far as offensively and what he's been trying to do, he's been balling. He's been great. He's been a really good teammate. And he still gets frustrated. He wears his emotions on his sleeves. You see everything that's going on with Julius out there on the court. He gets mad when people don't pass him the ball in certain situations. He gets mad when he's trying to pass you the ball and you're not cutting, or you're not waiting for it or expecting it. He gets mad when you're not running a certain play, or supposed to be a certain place on the defensive end or even on offense. He's been doing a lot this year, orchestrating and getting mad at certain players quickly. I know he's been taking big role in trying to make sure Quickly's doing what he's got to do. I've seen them going back and forth, but it's all like that's sports. That's not a big deal. That's just teammates trying to make each other better and make sure that they're in the right place. I should make each other better, but it's really Julius trying to help Quickly. But yeah. And then I did see Quickly a couple games ago tell Randall something like, I was expecting you to do this or something like that. But I can't read lips, but I kind of got that from it. That's about it. Shout out to Sherwin. Appreciate you. He said, "Good morning, Knicks family. Happy Old Year Day. May your new year be better than the old year. Please don't turn down your blessings this year. Give from a beggar is a blessing." That's fact, Sherwin. Words to live by. Thank you. That's dope. And same to you and yours, brother. JJ in the building. Salute. Happy New Year, Ryan. Happy New Year to you, JJ. Hopefully the Mets get this Correa thing done, man. I know it's gonna get done because I feel like the Mets are the best um, possible suitor for him right now because I think the Mets are the most willing to give him the most years and most money at this point because we don't want to fall flat on our face after we jumped in like a thief in the night and tried to steal him away from San Francisco. So we need to get it done. And I think he wants it to be here. Plus, he wants to play with his guy, Lindor. So they got to figure it out. But it is the dragging along is kind of anticlimactic. David L in the building. He said everyone dropping 40 plus games this last few games of the year. Players starting to click on the cylinders, playing pool, CJ, RJ, vroom. Yeah. No, it's true. And the funny thing is, I dibble and dabble. I dabble and dibble in the betting world sometimes. And I look at the lines, bro, and like Randle's lines have bumped up heavy since RJ and Brunson went down, and I guess that's to be expected because you figure there's nobody else, so he's going to take on more of the load. But surprisingly enough, man, these guys be on point because just because they say it, don't mean it's going to happen. They had Julius like expected to get 31 points or more in that last game, and you saw he got 41. So Um, that's been happening a lot around the league. Some guys are stepping up for certain reasons, and I guess I shouldn't be giving betting advice because I'm not winning. But but if I were to give betting advice, I would say to people out there who do it, responsibly, of course. Um, think about everything. Think about matchups, think about tendencies, think about streaks, and think about holidays, birthdays. Because if you look around the league at the star players, look at how they ball out on their birthdays. You see what LeBron just did on his birthday. I mean, that's crazy. But remember, look at what Steph Curry did on his birthday. Look at, like this, you go around the league, there's all these different things that factor into this stuff. It's funny. Anyway, all right, that's enough about that. Okay, back to the regular schedule programming. Um, David L said that last loss was being outcoached, not energy. Interesting. Okay, David L. Say it with your chest, brother. I hear you. Deron Wayne in the building. Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate you. All Knicks fans, Happy New Year. Same to you, my brother. Dwayne Dennis in the building. Happy New Year's. Yes, yes. Unbelievable, man. 2023 is coming and it's like that. Blink your eye and it's already here. I say this every year, but it's just crazy. One of the things that I always try to tell people, I tell my own family this, I tell myself this. If there's anything you want to do in life, maybe you want to start your own channel, still Nick fans. Just saying. Um, if there's anything out there that you want to do that you've put off, that's been like a passion project or something that you like, yeah, I'm gonna get to it. Just do it. Just do it, man, because look how fast time flies. We don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring, and we definitely don't know what waits for us. But we know time flies. So just do what you gotta do, get on it and just start. Just start because you never know. And even if the point is, if you start, then you realize, man, this is too much work. Oh, I don't really like this. I thought I did. Oh, just get it done. And that way you know. And that way you don't waste any more time because time flies. Wonder Woman in the building. Salute to you. Happy and healthy and wonderful. Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you for being here as always. Appreciate you. Call Mega in the building. What's up, brother? Happy New Year to you, my bro. Hope everything's doing well with yours. You and yours. Always a pleasure, brother. Kareem Grant, what up, twin? Yeah, good morning to the chat. Salute to my twin Ron, still Nick fans. Happy New Year to you, brother. I'll start this comment. Okay. Hey, D's World of Hoops. What's going on, D's? Appreciate you, my brother. Hopefully you are doing well. Was it? No, I'm confused. I think I caught the last show or I missed it, or I missed the show before that. There was a show you did, and let me tell you, I had a long night. I woke up, it was like 1:30. I ate something. By the time I ate something, I turned the show on, and you were like peacing out. I was like, damn. I was like, man, I missed the whole show. It's like, oh, sheesh. Salute to you, brother. Hopefully you're doing well. Guys, if you haven't already, as I always like to say, check out These World of Hoops. Great content. Excuse me. And he's a growing channel, getting bigger every day. Let's get them numbers up for him. He's over 600 subscribers. Let's get him to 700, man. Tell your friends out there who like, basketball knowledge, who like entertainment. He's got great panel guests, same type of vibe and energy that you get over here. I would say he gives you over there as well, but he puts a little bit more humor twist on it. His memes and gifts and things that he puts in the show are really good, really entertaining, as well as he's a little bit more of an X's and O's guys than I am. He can break down what you're actually seeing out there schematically. From the coaching standpoint, because that's one of the things that he has done in his life and still does. So definitely salute to D's World of Hoops. Like, comment, and subscribe over there if you haven't already done so. What else we got here? My guy, Sha Powers. Sha Powers is in the building, folks. Salute to you, my brother. Happy and healthy new year to you and yours. Definitely check out Knicks Real Talk if you guys haven't already done so. Like, comment, subscribe over there with Sha Powers and my guy Divine. And also, always a special shout out to my guy KJW. Yeah, man, same thing. Great content. Big Nick fans, positive Nick fans, giving you the love and showing the love to the players and the team, and they care about the name on the front. It's not all about the name on the back. So salute to them. Salute to you, my brother. Good to see you. Mark Butler, good morning. Salute to you. Happy New Year's. All that good stuff to you and yours. Man child, salute to you. Happy New Year, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for being Andy in the building. Let's go. International Andy is here, folks. Salute to you, my brother. Appreciate you. Hopefully you're doing well. Happy New Year's to you and the fam. Although, do you guys celebrate New Year's in Poland the same way we do? I don't. I ask because I'm not. I'm ignorant to stuff, especially outside of this country, overseas and stuff. I don't know. I'm just asking. Maybe you guys have a different New Year. So let me know, bro. Shaw Legacy in the building. Salute to you. Happy New Year's. Appreciate you. Always, brother. Always. Oh man, my guy Jose. One part of the trifecta. Appreciate you, my brother. Same here, man. Happy New Year's to you and yours. Hopefully you're doing well, man, wherever you're at and whatever you're doing. I hope to see you on Monday, if schedule permits, if there's nothing else going on. I think we're good. Salute, Pudge Nice. Salute to you, my brother. Happy New Year's. Hopefully you're doing well. Same to the family. I hope everybody's doing good on that end as well. Let's see. My guy Wiz, salute to you and the fam. Hopefully everything's going good in your end and that lovely California weather. Happy New Year's to you, brother. Big Lou, Happy New Year's to you and yours. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. It's always good to see you, my brother. And I got a couple more, and then we'll get it going, guys. Craig is in the building. Salute. Happy New Year's, brother. Hopefully you're doing well. Peace and prosperity to you and yours. Boulevard 73, same. Happy New Year's to you and yours. And Nick Jr. 79. Happy New Year's to you and yours, brother. Yeah, man. I'm wishing you all the best. Much love, prosperity, money, health, because health is wealth. Believe me, I know that more than anything now. Yeah, man. So we get it going, man. Hopefully, brighter and better days. All right. So, you know what? Let's hit the intro. We'll come back and get into it. Oh, damn, it always catches me. I just don't be knowing. I'm just rocking. What's going on, y'all? Once again, Rome Fall Rock, Happy New Year to you, my brother. Hopefully everybody's doing good on your end. Peace and prosperity, the whole shebang, man. Wishing you nothing but the best, man. All right. So guys, listen. I know some people are losing it a little bit. I know. You know, we are witnessing some wild stuff right now. I get it. But look, let's not forget that everything that's happening is happening for reasons, right? And it shows you, like in life, you have to be prepared. Okay, you got to you got to practice, you got to prepare, you got to have a game plan. And if that game plan changes, or if someone else changes your game plan, you have to be able to adjust accordingly. And the Knicks need to learn how to adjust. That is from top to bottom, not necessarily the front office in this case when I'm talking about this. This is more of the coach and the players, because as much as the coach Thibodeau has to adjust to what's going on out there, the players got to adjust as well, because uh you know Thibodeau's calling plays, and maybe he's trying to do something different when he sees something that doesn't look right or something's not working. Players got to execute. And in fairness it's- to Tibbs, some of these players have not been executing in certain spots. It's not their fault necessarily, because some of them are young players that haven't been in this position before, and they're forced to be here because of injury. I mean, we're missing three key players on this team. Whether or not you think all three are as good as you'd like them to be, or as effective on this team as they should be, doesn't matter. Obi Toppin is out, RJ Barrett is out, and Jalen Brunson are out. And that's a problem for this team. And if you want to look at it in a bigger vacuum, you could say a fourth player who has had some contribution to the Knicks this year is out as well, Cam Reddish, who we basically, if you want to look at it, we replaced with Quentin Grimes, because Quentin Grimes has now stepped up and grabbed that role. It's his, right? But still, the Knicks are a little devoid of defensive talent, and so having a guy like Cam out there, he's missed. We won't see him again, most likely, on the Knick uniform, but he is missed. So the Knicks call a team only meeting, basically a team only dinner, right? Julius calls it, puts it together, talks to the guys, says, listen, we're not playing right, guys. We got to get it together. Right? They get it together as far as mentality. They have the meeting. I don't know what happened in that meeting and that dinner, but it sounds like it was good. Um, and there's some good camaraderie here with the Knicks, because if you look at just even the holiday stuff, the wives, the couples getting together, the Knicks do stuff outside of basketball, and they seem to have a really good mix. Like they're comfortable together. They're a team. So there was positive stuff that came out of that dinner, and it looks like that helped with their mentality. Then, unbeknownst to us, we found out later the upper brass had a meeting as well. Thibodeau and his coaching staff, or Thibodeau in the front office, or the front office and the whole coaching staff. We don't know who was all there, but the point is they had a meeting as well, and they decided that we need to change the identity of this team because we don't have an identity. We need to recreate it. And we also need to shorten the rotation, and we need to bench a couple players to go in a different direction. Fine. They do all of that. We go on an 8-game winning streak. 8-game winning streak is positive. There's some really good defense being played, some good team basketball. Guys who looked like they were a little lost early in the season started to look better. RJ started to look a lot better. The offensive game, we knew was coming for RJ. I mean, unless you've been living under a rock, you knew RJ was going to get his offensive game going. He's done it every year. That's what he does. But it was the decision making that you wanted to see get better, and stuff of that nature. The defensive effort, you wanted to see more of that, which he did show. Of course, he had a couple stinkers in there as well, but for the most part, he played much better defense, better effort. And then we got the whole thing. Oh, the Knicks are playing this team, but this guy's out. Oh, the Knicks are playing this team, but this guy's out. It's always that whole thing. Okay, that's the NBA. Things happen. So they reel off the 8 wins. Then they get into a couple more games where the Knicks start to make a little, some blunders or some mistakes, if you will, that shouldn't be happening. They can't close out the games. And that's what happens. It's a spiraling effect. If you have an opportunity to put a team away, if you don't do it, you catch the L, right? You go into the next game. But that thing is there. It's in the back of your mind. Oh, listen, last time we had a chance to close that team out. We didn't do it. We got to make sure we do it this time, right? The team you're playing also saw, well, they didn't close these guys out yet, the other day. They really should have won that game, but maybe they got a little problem. Maybe they're choking down the stretch. Let's keep that in the back of our mind. When we get close, let's see what we can do. Put the pressure on them, whatever. Right? We go into a game. Next thing you know, it could be anything. Free throws. Let's bark at the guys, see what they can do. They got a lot going on. They're thinking in their heads. It don't matter. They're doing all types of stuff, whatever it is. And the Knicks is folding. Right? There's certain things. We fumbling the ball. We're making bad passes. We're throwing the ball out of bounds. We're throwing it between people's legs. We're missing free throws. All this stuff keeps happening, right? Then you down, now you've lost 2 in a row. Okay, whatever. Next game, maybe you get spanked. Whatever. Maybe you just don't, you don't come close. Things are just not working. You lost 3 in a row. 4th game, same situation. You keep the game close. You have a chance to win in the end. And all of a sudden, you start making bad plays, and the lead spirals out of control. And now you're down bigger than and then, okay, it comes down to, some timely defense in the end. You get right back into it, fumbling the bag at the free throw line, or a little turnover, or this thing happens where this guy should have been over here and he wasn't, so that guy was wide open. You went to help, 2 people went to help or whatever, they passed the ball, somebody else is open. It's little things. I don't care. I'm just giving examples, not specific. Anything that happens that you've created, because you got this whole monster and you got the monkey on your back, proverbially speaking. Maybe I should use a different word. People get sensitive. You have this thing on your back that's telling you, I got to do this now, or it's going to be another bad loss. And then it's another bad loss. And in this case, the 4th loss was probably the worst, against the Mavericks, where we had plenty of chances to win that game. We're up 9 with 33 seconds. We know how everything happened. I don't even want to relive it. Horrible, horrible. Not doing what we need to do, not taking care of the basketball, not hitting our free throws, and then not boxing out properly. The freaking ball is bouncing out of Julius's hands, then Grimes' hands, then it finds its way to Luka, and then not playing proper defense on Luka when he gets the, like, come on, man. It's just horrible. And then we get to the Spurs game. The San Antonio game, the Knicks looked like they lost every bit of effort that they had in them. Like it was the freaking Space Jam movie, and somebody took their powers. Like they couldn't do anything. It's ridiculous. It was a tough one to watch. I'll be honest. It was a tough one to watch. I watch because I'm a Knicks fan, and I got to. I did not want to watch it. The only exciting thing in that game was the fact that Julius was trying his best to keep us in the game. That's why I want to give him props, man, because he's supposed to. And in fairness to him, it's a lot because he's got to play a lot of minutes and shoulder a lot of the burden offensively. But I think also Julius kind of, maybe was thinking about it. And don't think Julius don't listen to sports podcast and all this stuff. He knows what's going on out there. He knows people have said that maybe towards the end of that game in Dallas, he should have been taking more of the shots. He should have been going to the free throw line instead of sending Deuce McBride to the line multiple times and stuff like that. He knows all that. So I think he came out and tried to do what he could do to get the game, won. But it's just not enough. Julius can't do it by himself. We've noticed that. That's the reason why we needed Jalen Brunson here. Even with RJ, Julius and RJ wasn't enough necessarily to get us the wins we needed consistently. So yeah, it is what it is, man. All right. Well, let's see what someone else has to say about all this. Get my guy D in here. Oh man.
Hey, what's going on? Sorry, no camera today. Just doing a lot of things. Yeah. Just wanted to say hi to everybody. I wanted to say peace to you. We've had a great year. We've had, so I just wanted to, to what's the proper thing I'm looking for? I want us to rejoice in that. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. I want us to rejoice that, your channel skyrocketed this year. And that's a fantastic job that you guys did. And it was glad for guys like Be a Prophet, whoever else, to help with that as well.
Appreciate you.
A lot of good things have come this year, and next year we're gonna get even better. We're gonna get stronger. We're gonna get faster. We're gonna look more athletic. We're gonna look in shape. Hey, I might even get you out there run some 505s or something like that, man. We'll find out.
We'll see, brother. We'll see. Hopefully.
Peace to the chat, by the way. Without the chat, we're not here. Love you guys 1,000,000%. So definitely just wanted to give love and stuff like that. And talk some things with you. Got a big college day today. A lot of games on today and stuff like that. So this is my time of the year where I start putting on my lab coat and stuff of that nature. So you know the deal, bro.
It's starting to ramp up, bro. It's starting to ramp up.
Yep.
I hear you. Yeah, man. So listen. It's tough. I know that you looking at this Knicks team and how you feel about them, and when they don't play right, I know it must be killing you. What did you think about what you saw in that Spurs game?
Yeah, I'll try to be neutral. I know people they get sensitive, and so you got to be careful. They came out lifeless, Ron. They came out like there was a hangover for what happened with Dallas. And the reality of the situation is that you guys could blow out stats and who did this and who did that. Look, this is a team game. This is a team effort. And it starts with your top guys, and that goes down the chain of command, so to speak. Nobody had it. And when it came out, stats don't tell me jack. I'm talking about energy. I'm talking about intangibles, effort. I talk about team being on an accord, having the game plan and stuff of that nature. I mean, you look at the stats against what was it, the San Antonio Spurs, right? If you give me a second just to go ahead and re-haunt you with so many stats here. But they played on Thursday, right?
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm pulling it up.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah. I got it right here.
Yeah. So, if you look at the team stats, for example, on that.
All right, hold on. Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if the team is tanking or if you just can't allow certain things that happened.
Do you want to see game chart stuff first, or
I'll go wherever you're taking me, conductor. It's fine.
Okay. Well, let's go here first then.
Yeah, I mean, listen. You lose the rebounding game. Okay, San Antonio's not a very good rebounding team. You had this team shoot 51%. This team does not shoot. Their offensive categories are mostly in the 20, mid-20s, stuff of that nature. They're one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the league. You had them at almost about 40%. You didn't show up. And that score is not indicative as to what was going on in that game. So, I don't know. You know, I listen. I said this on the show, and I said it very clear. I'm at 35, 38 wins. Not because I'm a hater. not because I just want to be negative and just talk about the Knicks negative. I got better things to do with my life, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry to tell anybody that thinks otherwise, but you know, I just see what I see, and I see a team that, you know, we talked about it earlier in the season. We talked about, hey, okay, listen, it's nice that the record's like that, but I have to see you play against teams that have everybody there, or at least mostly everybody. And that has not happened a lot today. And you guys have literally, and all the guys that were chirping at that, right? You've seen the effect of not having RJ, not having Brunson. It matters not having a top two or three of your top five guys. And that stuff matters. And it becomes very hard for guys like you and me to kind of throw a metric as to like, okay, where's this team at? Okay, great. You know, you beat this team, but this guy was here. This guy was there. Okay, I want to see how you do. And when we have seen games with mostly everybody there, I'll have to do an analysis as to what the record is when like 90% or most of the guys are there. That'll be something nice to do.
Right.
But I don't remember winning a lot of games when guys were fully packed. You know, so, you know, I just see what I see. And do I want him to turn around? Of course I do. Like, do I want him to have championship endeavors? Of course I do. And the reason why critiques might be so harsh is because I want to see better. And you know, and nobody should be chastised for stuff like that. But to answer your question, sorry, went a little rant there. Against the Spurs, it was lifeless. It kind of reminded me of Dawn of the Dead. You know, like remember when they saw the bird's eye view of the mall, right? And you just saw all the zombies, just lifeless. It kind of reminded me of something like that. Nobody came out with energy. You know, it was nice to see Quickley get 30 something. That's fantastic. That's great for his personal accolades. That's great. You know, when I saw, especially what's happened, it's never moved me off my 35 to 38 wins for this season.
Yeah.
I was just hoping. I just want to see a better basketball product. I want to see more competitiveness against the better teams. I want to see guys grow, stuff of that nature. For me, those were always the goals with this team this year, was to see them grow, be competitive, you know, be better competitive and be a better basketball product. There's been some signs of that, and there's been some signs that that's not that. So that's where I am with that, sir.
I hear you. This is a tough team to root for because they're a roller coaster. They definitely take you on a ride, man. I don't know. You better buckle up because I don't know where you're going. I don't know what the next stop is. I don't know how it's gonna look while you're getting there. It's gonna be a bumpy ride, of course, man. And take some Dramamine, whatever you need for your motion sickness. It's crazy.
Right.
It's crazy. Yeah, I agree. You know, to me, honestly, I don't know how do I say this. I think one of the worst things that could happen was Quickley having 36, 7, and 7, to be honest with you, because it's great for him, like you said, great for his own professional growth and his own accolades. But as a Knicks fan, with everything that's going on right now, the Knicks are so thirsty for a hero. We're so thirsty. Knicks fans, should I say, are so thirsty for a hero. They're so thirsty to have good talent on the team. Everybody's searching for the next. What's the answer?
I don't think it's just the fans, Ron.
Well,
I think that's the organization as well. But
you might be right. You might be right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like now that Quickley drops 36, 7, and 7. Now, also in fairness, this was something that Josh had brought up to me. Josh, aka Uncle Julio. Oh, okay. Anyway,
make sure you guys check out Ron that was on the controversy if you guys had missed that, and make sure you guys tune in for that. Yeah.
Thank you. So shout out to Josh, aka Uncle Julio, because he brought up to me that Quickley never. I think he said, was it one time? Oh no, I think it was never. Quickley never started for the Knicks ever. And I was shocked by that up until this year. This time right now, he's had to start, but they never started him before. They've given him roles where he played a lot of minutes. And it almost looked like he was the starting point guard, but actually officially starting, he never started before, which I had to look back and I was like, oh, wow, he's right. I didn't know that. So him starting, obviously the fans see that and they're like, okay, he's starting and then he's playing well. You start to think, man, have we been using Quickley all wrong? And has he been the answer that we would? Because I got some people that were even saying that, oh, we had this guy waiting in the wings and not using him right. We didn't really need Brunson. I'm like, oh boy. This is when things get a little crazy. This is when things get a little wild. And that's the thing about, being a fan of a team that's kind of constantly in that middling mediocre area and not really going anywhere. Quickley is a talented player. I think he is someone who could be really good in this league, or if he keeps practicing, if he keeps working on his craft. But as I said, and I've mentioned it multiple times on this show and other shows, I brought it up. He's terribly inconsistent with his shot. He's not the guy I thought he was. I thought he was going to be a sniper. I thought he was going to be a high, 3-point specialist for us, and he's not. He hasn't shown it. He has moments where he can get hot, but consistently, you will see right now in this game, he shot 5 for 12, 41%, which is great. And then you'll watch another game when he's 1 for 7, 1 for 8, 1 for 12, 1 for 12. Nuts. Like, that's surprising to me, and I don't know what it is. Last year, if you guys remember, going into the offseason, Quickley said he felt like there were some things off with his mechanics and his shot. I don't know if you guys remember this. I would have to dig deep into the stuff to find the actual interview where he said it. But so in the offseason, he was working on his mechanics, trying to make sure his form was right. And because he noticed that he was drifting, I think he said to the right or the left. I don't remember which way, but he noticed he was drifting. So he was supposed to have corrected that in the offseason and come out better. I don't see it. I think he shoots the same to me, and I think he's still got the same level of inconsistency. The one thing I will say that has changed between last year's game and this year's game, and we noticed this in the offseason, pickup games, he's more aggressive. I will say he's learned to be more aggressive. He when he's playing right, when he's doing the Quickley that you like to see, he gets to the rim. Okay, he breaks down his opponent and gets there. He's not so much the dribble. It's more of a point that he's focused and he's going. When he does that, he looks really good. He doesn't always do that though. And so that's the other thing. That's one part of it. Then the other part is, all of a sudden, now you guys want to give Quickley the keys to be the point guard. When he struggled in the past orchestrating the starters, like him, the Randle, the RJ, that mix, like and then dealing with Mitch and all that stuff. When he was in that set, he did okay, but he didn't necessarily do as much because those guys command the ball and he would give the ball up. So he wasn't orchestrating. When he's with the second unit, he looks a lot better because he can kind of run it. So I don't know, like you have 2 good games and all of a sudden they want to give this guy the keys. I mean, what do you think about? I mean, it's good that he's playing well, but I don't know about that. What do you think about that, D?
I think it depends. Like, Quickley is a thing where it's like it's your cup of tea, because there's certain things that he'll destroy the flow of the offense and he'll over dribble. I lose count how many times he misses guys. Whether the half court, whether in transition. I mean, these games are good for him. These games are good for him personally. Look, I always advocate, on court XP, bro, experience points. Like, so I'll never, especially he's in his third year, I'll never deny that from him. And it's good that he's experienced this. But, and you made a very good point where it's like, because we're in the middle of things, we kind of clamor like, oh, Ish, Quickley had 36, bro. He should have been started. It's like, and that's a great point. And it's like, guys have to learn that you got to give guys time. Because how many times have I seen guys where they come out at the beginning of the season and it's like, whoa, and then game 35, they're playing like crap. And so with Quickley, it's a thing where we have to see him more and that type of capacity and those type of minutes to truly see his impact. 2 games is not going to tell enough. As Andrew was just mentioning, this is a very long season, right? And he's 100% right. And also another thing too, when Jalen comes back, Quickley is not going to have the shots, attempts, volume, and usage. So can he still be effective in those numbers? And times he has shown that he is, and at times he's shown that he hasn't. And we're talking to the inconsistency you were talking of. So we have to watch and wait. So, make your popcorn, do whatever do, you know what I'm saying? If you sew, if you, whatever, do what you got to do, because you have to wait to see things develop and evolve and to grow, to truly see what they can be. Quickley hasn't shown me anything yet. And, that's great. That's great first person at 27 shots. That's still 45%, so that's not bad. You have the 7 assists, what he went over. I mean, on the stats, it looks fantastic. When you watch the game, it feels a little different. And so, listen, they just got to keep working him. And that's what you have to do. And I've always mentioned this. Julius Randle's talent. No doubt. We know Julius Randle's a talent. We know that, like, he's a top 50, top, 60, 70 player of this league, bro. Like, the guy could ball. No doubt. But when you have a guy like that and you're searching for what you're searching for, it's very important to give guys opportunities, because you don't have the certain things that you need in order to get yourself over to the top. So you got to maximize what they have. That they were Grimes 1 to 10, that's fine. I ain't going to throw him under a bus for that. Grimes, out of last year and this year, I think he's played the total of maybe a half a season, if that. So he's going to go through these things. They all go through it. I've seen Anthony Edwards from Minnesota go through stretches where he looked pitiful. And then he'll go on stretches where it's like, whoa, man, this guy could be a tier 1 superstar in this league. So it happens. Organization is very important, how you build that stuff. Guys got to give it time. But I'm still at 35, 38, no matter what.
I hear you. And hold on, let me see here. Shout out to my guy Parrish Duggar, always on it. Thank you for the generous super chat, Parrish. Appreciate you. He says, salute, guys. IQ didn't start at Boston last year. Here's the thing, and I have to be totally transparent, so I had to go look myself. And I want to not to put words in Josh's mouth. I think his point was one thing, but realistically, honestly, Quickley has started before, because when I look back at everything, Quickley started 9 times in his career as a Knick, 3 times each year. I think what Josh was trying to say is he hasn't started with the starting unit, like the regular starting unit, because he did start last year. Towards the end of the season, he did start, which I brought up to Josh, but he was like, yeah, but I don't know if the starting unit. Yeah, but he started, because those games where Obi lit up and had those points and Quickley had those triple doubles, he was starting. So I think his point was that he hasn't started with the starters. And that's fair, because that's probably always going to be the case, because if all the starters are healthy, then Quickley is not starting. So, but I think that's what he was trying to say, because Parrish, he definitely started before. Yeah, he started 3 times each of those first 3 seasons. This season, he's already started 3 times. So.
Well, listen, Parrish loves his IQ, and he's going to advocate for him in any way, shape, or form that he could find possible.
I hear you. I hear you. Ooh, that's interesting. Dwayne Dennis. Okay. I started this comment. I guess it's a good time to throw that in there. Boom. Does Tom Tibbs survive Texas and come out alive, or are we in for another bad loss? Damn, should I? I mean, kind of plays into my other question for later.
Well, you know what? Let me comment on it because I got to go anyway. So
okay, all right.
I'll say this real quick. As far as much as I get on Tibbs and stuff like that, you know, and I do that just to get the fandom involved and for us to have interaction. But I know damn well Tom Thibodeau's not going anywhere anytime soon. I'm aware of the reality, and you know, CAA front office and Tibbs, they're what's that called? When they're together, they're a package, but I don't know. I forgot the term of it. You know what I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying? They go in together, they leave together, type of thing. Yeah. The only way I see Tibbs leaving if Dolan says, "Get him the hell out of here right now, or you're all out of here." Hey Tibbs, man, here's the tide. You know, I tried, and you know, Big Boss said you got to go. So he's not going anywhere, even if we do lose tonight. He won't go anywhere, unless Dolan comes down from his heavily throne and says so. And he asks, "Are we in for another bad loss?" I don't know about bad loss, but what I will say is that keep in mind this is a team, a lot of young players, some potential two-way players in the future on this roster as well. Kevin Porter's been playing out of his mind. This team, you know, Sengun has been very good this year. I'm glad Coach Silas finally gave him some playing time this year because he could have been doing this last year. This is I don't see it, and this is because this is his mom mentality. I don't see any team as like that's a win. You know, there's no gimmies this year, and I think Houston is just another example of that. They have certain things that we lack against. And it should be an entertaining game tonight.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that I'm worried about Houston, to be honest. And I'm only worried about Houston because the Knicks don't have all of their players that we're used to seeing, and because of Tom Thibodeau's shortened rotation over multiple games. Because honestly, I think the key for Houston is to run on the Knicks. They got a lot of youth over there, a lot of young, talented, athletic players. They can run up and down on the Knicks, and I think eventually the Knicks are going to fold. That's my thought. That's the only reason that I would give them the nod. Not that they're not talented, because sometimes when Houston wants to play, they can beat anybody.
Yeah,
we've seen it already. But just in general, I think if they get up and down on the Knicks, eventually the Knicks are going to fold. Especially when you're talking about Brunson is questionable for tonight. He could play. We don't know. But if he does play, that's the difference. But if he doesn't play and then no RJ once again, this could be tough. Julius can only hold on for so long.
You know, and you have to be very careful with Jalen Brunson's health. And this is a game tonight. Me personally, I wouldn't play him. Just let him chill, let him sit, let him rest up, and let him get ready because just in case, and maybe Ron, you could get into this later. Nick's schedule, ladies and gentlemen, is going to get very tough. This was the easy part.
Yeah.
Okay, just saying. And I know, and I understand the guys that fear, we got, okay, that's cool. I'm just saying that it gets very tough. We see Boston a lot. We see the Nets a lot. You know, I think we see Milwaukee a couple of times. We see Toronto a couple of times. You know, so that's where you're really going to see where this team's at that time, especially starting after about January 12th, 15th. That's when the buzzsaw starts coming in, and it extends past what do you call it, All-Star break. So we're definitely going to find out about what this team is in the next month or so, without a doubt. And so everybody just got to stay tuned. Vaughn, I'm sorry, I got to get out of here. Thank you for having me, sir. Okay,
appreciate you, brother. Listen, if I don't talk to you, which I know what you're going to be doing, but happy new year, my brother. Bigger and better things for all of us, man. This Nick community is growing. These channels are fantastic, great content. There's so many good options out here now. Much prosperity and peace to you, my brother. And we'll just look forward for chopping up and doing more in the new year.
No, definitely. A happy new year to you and your family, your wife, your son. Happy new year to the chat. I'm going to try to make rounds later. I will, but if I'm not, happy new year to everybody. Everybody, I hope everybody enjoyed the year, got what they got out of it. And if they didn't get what they want, then take this year coming out to go ahead and strive for that excellence and to strive for that greatness, to go ahead and put anybody, including themselves, in better positions. So, but thank you again, Ron. Have a great show. Chat, have a great day if I don't see you guys. And we'll talk, Ron, without a doubt.
All right, brother. Take
Thank
it
you
easy,
for
man.
everything. Take care.
No problem. So guys, look, it's been a situation where there's been a lot of questions about this team. And we're going to continue to have these questions because we're hoping they hit their stride. And I got to tell you, the Brooklyn Nets are not making it easy because now they're commanding respect. They're talking about their unnoticed. You ever heard such a diva mentality before that Kevin Durant has to come out and say that the Knicks, he's basically trying to say that the Knicks aren't the only team that's gone on a streak. And it looks like we're not getting any publication, no press, like people don't care about what we're doing over here. I mean, come on. Does anybody have the smallest violin? Because if I had one, like, this is what I'm talking about. And you guys wonder why I don't like these dudes, why I don't like Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. It's not about them. I could care less if they think the world's flat and all this. I don't care about all that. I just don't like them as people. I don't want them on my team. I think this, I'm not going to say that. Well, whatever. Anyway, I just don't like them. I don't like them. And I'll never like Kevin Durant after he said that he wasn't coming to the Knicks, never said he was coming to the Knicks. After all the hoopla that we went by with that whole offseason, I mean, he's a sucker. That's it. I said it. He is. But on the flip side, he's a really good player. I mean, he's a great player. And as you can see, they've won 10 in a row. They are using this as fuel. And that's the thing about these teams. I think sometimes maybe this is just a narrative that the Brooklyn Nets have cooked up, that Kevin Durant is running with, that the rest of the team is running with. They need something, right? They need something to inspire them, to get something to light a fire under them. So now it's us against the media and the world, because no one's looking at us because we won this many games in a row. So let's use that, right? So I wouldn't put it past, man, because these superstars, they find ways to create these narratives to get them and their team going. Jordan used to do it all the time. You see, he used to set people up to create a narrative, take you out, wine and dine you the next day, beat your face in, step all over you, so I don't know, man. These guys, it's funny stuff, bro. Funny stuff. So we'll see. Let me shout out to a couple more people. Shout out to Kevin Middleton. I see you. Happy and healthy new year to you and yours. Same for my guy Andrew K in the building. Salute. Happy new year to you and yours, my brother. And I see you talking about, I don't know about him, but that's interesting. He said ESPN just said that the tight end for Georgia, Brock Bowers, is physically like Julius Randle. Go Georgia Bulldogs. Well, he must be a beast then. All right, man. I got to get into, I haven't really stepped up my college game thus far. Shout out to Long Island Sound. Happy and healthy new year to you and yours. IQJ, happy and healthy new year to you and yours, brother. Knicks Morning Brew, Project Nerd, a.k.a. Heck in the building. If you have not already checked out Knicks Morning Brew or Yankees Morning Brew on the Degen Sports Network, please do. Monday through Friday, 11 a.m., every day on YouTube. Check them out, man. They alternate between Knicks Morning Brew and Yankees Morning Brew. Great content, great guest. It's my man, Heck. We got Phil up there, and Jigga Man Porto, fantastic crew. Definitely dope content. Support and show your love. Happy New Year to you, brother, and Jigga Man and Phil. All of you guys. Shout out to my guy Tony Crow. Knicks and Bruises in the building. Happy New Year, bro. Yo, Black, it's time. That's right. Appreciate you, bro. Salute to you, man. Francisco Carrillo in the building. Happy New Year to you and your familia. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous super chat. He said the fact that there's no gimmies is why 500 is good. I mean, you ain't lying, bro. There is no gimmies. And, actually, when you think about it, okay, I know it doesn't look right. We won 8 in a row. Now we've lost 5 in a row. It leaves a bad taste in your mouth. But the fact that we are dealing with some inconsistency with our basketball play, we've just recently created a defensive identity, even though it didn't look like it in this last game. Okay. And we've got injuries and we're at 500. That actually does look okay. I get it. So it's not that bad. But we need to get it together before it starts to spiral out of control. So yeah. Okay. Senga Waldron in the building. Happy and healthy New Year to you and yours. May 4th is in the building. Salute. Happy, healthy New Year to you and your family. May 4th. Man, it's been a minute, bro. I haven't seen you in a minute. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you have a great New Year, bro. Bo Ismail, same to you. Peace. Happy New Year. Worldwide L. Salute. Happy New Year to you and yours. Hard Will. Same to him. Appreciate you guys, man. Definitely. I know you guys are going on later today. Listen, if you guys haven't already checked out For the Love of the Game, check them out, man. Great content. They've been hitting the ground running this year, man. Sponsorships and everything, bro. For the Love of the Game. That's right. The number 4, OUR, Love of the Game. Check them out, man. Okay, I got everybody else that I may have missed. Appreciate y'all. So, guys, automatically off the top, hey, look at my guy. You see the box score real quick, and you see what we got going on here. Let me get my guy in here while I'm looking at this. Jay Boogie, happy and healthy, brother. New year.
Blessings and blessings and blessings and happy goodbye this year on our way to next year. So long, Emmitt Smith. We get ready to go on to Michael Jordan. I'm just using the parallels of the numbers, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted, Knicks. Yo, what's good, man? How you doing, man?
I'm good. So you driving into the new year now, huh? You heading over there?
Nah. I had to I had to come back to the mall and switch out some Michael Kors boots for my wife. But because the size, the size is tight with that shoe, so I took them back. Luckily, when you shop for your women, when you shop for your women, you spend cash. Don't use that card because they got to go back and take that card, and they go do some more shopping.
Yeah, that's smart. That's a man who knows.
Yeah, but man, I just leave it tomorrow on my way back to the house and watch a little bit of these football games and get ready for New Year. My plan is to bring the New Year. I'm going out of church and coming in church. So, I gotta leave in good spirits and come in with good spirits, Just to the ones that want to sip. If you want to go out drinking this year, you're gonna come in drunk next year. We throw that out there. But whatever you do, be safe at what you're doing, man. Be safe and enjoy your night, man.
Facts, man. So I mean, hopefully the holidays has been good to you, brother. I as I always say, I appreciate you and the positive words, but it's not just the words. It's just who you are as a person, your influence, and the aura that you give off, man. You make people feel good just being around you. So I hope the holidays has been great for you, my brother.
Yeah, man, the holidays was great for me and my family, man, and also had a chance to do some things for some other people that holidays wasn't gonna look too good, man. But man, I'm blessed, man. And I can't hold the blessings, you know what I'm saying, or keep the blessings coming in without making room and give some of the blessings away. You have to make room for new blessings to come in by giving away blessings that you already have. So, life has been good with me and my family, man. Hope the same for you. Hope the same for everybody that's in the chat, Hope everybody's enjoying themselves, you know what I'm saying? Life is real precious. You must enjoy it. Each and every day you wake up, your eyelids is unattached. You got that life in front of you. That's yours. That's your pursuit. That's your dream. That's your life. That's your happiness, your goals, whatever it is, it's in front of your eyes as soon as you attach them eyelids, man. So, hey, I challenge any and everybody, do better than what you did this year. And if you did good, I want you to be great up and coming year. So, yeah, I challenge everybody, man.
Yeah, man, that's dope. I listen. That's something we should all strive to be as good as we can be, man. Be better humans every day, because there's a lot of craziness out there in the world. Let's be better. At some point, we got to turn things around, man. Things got a little loose out there. Let's be better for not only ourselves and our families, but for others around us, man.
That's right.
I hear you, bro. Shout out to my guy John. Appreciate you, my brother. He said good afternoon, Knicks Nation in the chat, and to my big bro Ron for always doing a great job discussing the Knicks play and sharing our platform with the fan base. Happy New Year to all. Same to you and yours, brother. I'm happy to see you back. Hopefully we can chop it up and do the damn thing on Monday. Get back to our regularly scheduled programming. John was out there on family vacation. He took the kids to this place, to this guy. Oh, my hat. Went to go see Mickey Mouse and them. So shout out to him. I know he had a great time. That's dope. Yeah, so appreciate you, my brother. Can't wait to chop it up with you again very soon. I think he said, yes, I'm heading out to see some family in NJ, but I'm listening in. Blessings and prosperity to you all for 2023 and beyond. Definitely, brother. Definitely. Appreciate you.
Brother. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Look at this. Big Lou's. He said he's trying to make an appearance next Saturday. He said, I am going to try and come on to the show next Saturday to meet you, D, and J Boogie. All right, brother.
If you come on, I'm gonna definitely make my way onto the show.
All right, Big Lou. See, you put it out there. Now I'm gonna hold you to it.
Yep.
Definitely, man. It'll be good to see you, brother. Just make sure that if you got a camera, if your camera's working, if you don't want to come on with the camera, that's fine too. But make sure your mic, we can hear you good. And that's it. And then just talk your stuff, man. Talk your Knicks stuff, whatever you want to get out. You're definitely welcome. Anytime, all the time. Shout out to my guy Chris Long, personal friend. What up, brother? Appreciate you. Happy New Year to you. Thank you for being here. E. Gibson in the building. He said, salute ×2. Everyone have a happy New Year. Blessings for 2023. Salute to you, E. Gibson. Appreciate you. Oh, and JJ saying happy New Year to my Cardoza brother, J Boogie. That's right.
That's my high school brother right there, man. Shout out to high schools and stuff, man. Let somebody know a little bit about yourself, a little bit. You don't have to leak it all out. But yeah, that's my high school brother, man. We represent that orange and blue twice.
Yeah, man. My high school's trash.
But it's trash now or trash back then?
It's trash because it don't exist anymore. That's what makes it trash. It was a good school. It was an all-girls school. Then it was an all-boys school. Then it was an all-girls school. Then it was a unisex school. Norman Thomas in Manhattan for business. And it's gone now, man. They got rid of it. It hurts.
Wow. Well, at least you got your diploma.
I mean, you get something out of it. D'Angelo in the building. Salute to you, my brother. Happy New Year. Appreciate you.
Angelo. Yeah, D'Angelo, you caught me doing one of your routines.
Yeah, I see. The only thing he missing is the cigarette. Like, what you need something, maybe some a cigar or something. And I know D'Angelo gets his cigars on in the holidays, man. Come on, that's a tradition, right? Isn't that? I think it's got to be. Yeah, man. Appreciate you guys. Jay Boogie, I've been meaning to ask you, man. You said that you was gonna be dropping another not a mixtape, but another album of music. Did you say when that was coming? Because I felt like it was going to be in the new year sometime, but did you have a date on that yet, or no? Not yet.
Well, I'm gonna hold up to after the deadline. You know, I'm gonna hold up to after the deadline. That way, because I know we're gonna make a move. You know, so I want to include that move that we do. You know, on to everybody. You know what I'm saying in the music. So I'm gonna wait till after the trade deadline, after the All-Star break, around that around that somewhere around there. But somewhere probably towards the end of February, first week of March. You know, so that's where I'm at right now. I got some things that I could just take off right now, but I want to hold up because I want to make sure whatever we do in this trade deadline, I included on this right here.
Gotcha.
So,
oh, shout out to Sea God, man. Appreciate you, brother. He said that's my school too, Norman Thomas. Yeah, man. We both like hurt. We gonna talk to our loved ones and our young ones and be like, yo, yeah, I went to Norman Thomas. Where that at? It's gone.
where that at? It's gone.
Crazy, bro. I can't believe my school is gone. That's nuts. That happens. Yeah, man, that's dope. Well, we definitely looking forward to it, J Boogie, because I listen, appreciate the music, man, appreciate the content, the love, and listen, quietly as kept, man. You got some bangers out here, brother. I mean, you got some bangers. You know, we could put together a nice little track list of J Boogie's joints. So I appreciate you, man.
Yeah. I'm also I'm about probably pretty much like 2 videos away. I wanted to put out a video track too. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, you have nothing but the videos.
Oh, that's cool.
You still had the music playing because, of course, I did the video with the music. But then, you have nothing but the videos. Maybe you could put that, you know what I'm saying, in your play catalog at the crib, or if you ride and you want to play, however you want to do. Try to, provide entertainment, throughout the Orange and Blue, networks and everything. That's pretty much it. I didn't I think I told him I think I was on D's show, whereas we was at the door for that Christmas. We was at the door. We was in the office that Monday with the meeting, personnel that, World Wide West put me on to. I can't, say, leak out the person's name.
I hear you, brother.
But the person was at Battle Force, and that person is real high inside Madison Square Garden. But I didn't get a response, so I took it as if, it didn't happen. But I do know this same person has something big and special that they want to do in March, that they want to include me in. They fell in love. They love the Sunshine song. And this, whatever this person has going on in March, it has something to do with women. So she pretty much liked it that. So we're going to keep swinging until we get inside that building. When we get inside that building, it ain't going to stop. We're going to tear down some more doors. What I was also, when I told you to hold up on that on that run thing, when I was on the run and everything, I didn't get no feedback from him, so I don't know, everybody's pretty much busy during this time right now, as far as entertainment. But I was striving to get Ghost on the track with me.
Oh, okay.
So, but it didn't fall into, in our hands. So, you still got the track. At any time you want, you can play it. I know it's going into the new year. I think I shout that out too in it. But anytime that you want, you can play it if you want. But that's why I was trying to tell everybody, hold up. But I didn't have a chance to tell you to go ahead. It didn't fall through, so you can go ahead, spin it off if you wanted to.
Okay, all right, cool. Because I was waiting because I didn't want to do that until I got the green light from you. That's cool. All right. Yeah, man. Well, listen, J Boogie, just gonna keep plugging away, man. It's gonna have to happen because you know what? It's a line that gets used a lot, but it's real for you. I feel like Jay Boogie, you and your talent and what you do in this Knick community and outside of the community is inevitable. So it's got to happen.
Right. Well, whatever happens, I'm blessed. I'm happy with it. But I got some other plans and other things, in effect. The one thing I'm gonna say, don't get it twisted about this Nick thing, and don't think I ain't got no regular bars. I'm about 74% done with my street album. So, but I wanted to make sure that it's gonna be, that it coexists in what I be talking about, and I like to, bring real life situations to the table, and provide messages. So that's how I pretty much will be coming, as far as my music, my street album, trying to, you know, give somebody some inspiration on life, and stuff like that, just talking about the struggles and how to get through it and things like that. And just, life things. That's where I'll be at.
Yeah, man. Listen, we need to hear it. We need to hear it because it's needed. This this is a time like we're dealing with a lot, and another thing like outside of just sports and basketball, uh, mental health is really important, and I
It
think
is.
part of the issue is a lot of people keep things bottled up and they don't communicate, they don't talk. And as brothers and sisters and family and all this stuff, we got to be there for each other. And people can't be afraid to talk about issues and stuff that's bothering you. If as long as you do it with someone that you feel comfortable, that they're listening to you and give you that proper support, do it, man. Obviously, you don't want to just throw your information and share your stuff with anybody who ain't even listening. This dude don't care about. But one, you got to find people that you feel comfortable with to talk to, and there should be more of those out there. It shouldn't be you shouldn't have to go too far to find somebody to talk to. And two, the other side is as people, we got to be receptive and be willing to listen to people and what they got going on because that's the thing, man. We're getting in such a tough time right now. We need outlets, man. Sometimes all it takes is for someone to be able to listen to you, right? It's easier said than done. I know. You're like, oh yeah, I'm always there, but you'd be surprised how people be busy in their own lives and they don't really have that feel like they have the time to make the effort to listen to other people or just to be there as an ear. I know I'm guilty of it too sometimes. I try, but it is what it is, man. We all got to be better at it. So yeah, and definitely when it comes to the music, that's a cleansing, man. That's like it helps cleanse your palate sometimes. Stuff you got going on, listening to a good track or a good song that you can relate to. Like, yeah, I've been there. I know that takes you back and also gets you through. So
Right.
yeah, man. That's why I appreciate you, Jay Boogie. Always.
I appreciate y'all. You trust me. I appreciate y'all a whole lot because I get a lot of my answers from y'all. Y'all journalists. I get a y'all more than just podcast hosts, and for y'all to be able to sit there, and listen and deal with, you know, us as Knicks fans, about what we're talking about, what we don't like, and critique and and give us feedback on what we're talking about with the Knicks. Y'all guys have great answers as far as real life, So I listen to y'all a whole lot, and I talk to a lot of y'all, and outside of podcasts, and I get a lot of answers from y'all guys, because y'all guys, y'all know a whole lot, being and like I said, being able to sit there and and listen to us go off about the Knicks, shoot, we can be tough about the Knicks. Y'all don't never
Yes, true.
never go nowhere. Y'all stay there. Your show is always on. That's everybody. Or everybody. Y'all, we know the times of the podcast shows that they come on. Daily, weekly. You know, y'all don't never fail unless it's an emergency. And and even when those emergencies come about, y'all still let us know what's happening. As far as like you're not gonna be there and everything. So yeah, I appreciate y'all to the fullest, man. Always, all of y'all, every last one of y'all.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it too. But listen, Make no mistake, and that's to everybody out there. We all know different from each other. We all Knicks fans. Some of us are willing to put in the time and put ourselves out there, whether it be good or bad, because we could get it too. It'd be tough sometimes hosting these shows, especially when people ain't happy. But
Right.
it's just we just ones that put ourselves out there and host these platforms, but we all the same, man. I look at these Knicks the same way you guys do. I just sometimes I'm just not as passionate on any side. I feel like I'm a very neutral person, but I'm one. Everybody's different. So I just try to hopefully, and that allows other people to get their point across. Because if I feel like if I give you too much of one side, then either you're gonna go my way or it's gonna be a disagreement. So I'd rather be somewhere in the middle, and that's usually where I am. It's not a facade. Like I'm in the middle. So,
Right.
But let me get my guy in here. I see you. G Money, what's
What's
good, brother?
what's going on? How you guys doing? Soon to be Happy New Year. How you doing, J Boogie? How you doing, Ron?
What up,
Good,
G?
good.
The
What's going on?
encyclopedia's in the building.
Yes, sirree.
Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Listen. All right. Well, now that I got you guys here, I know Jay Boogie's still on the road trying to get back.
Now I'm getting ready. Actually, I'm getting ready to pull over to the side so I can chit chat with y'all for about a good, 10 more, 15 more minutes or something.
All right, dope. Okay, cool. So let me pull this back up because I wanted to just run through this real quick. Shout out to Paris Duggar. He said, "Hey, I know that guy. He plays a rapper on TV, JB."
That's my guy, man. That's my guy right there. I'm gonna say it again, man. I know I don't said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. He gets my vote right there as the chat person of the year.
100%.
It's Paris D. Chat person of the year. He's everywhere. He supports all channels. You know what I'm saying? Hand to the forehead. I don't know if you've been in the service, but salute to you, my brother. We all salute you, my brother. And thank you for being so much of a dominant family member, you know what I'm saying, to us all, man.
That's 100%, man. Parrish is one of those that we definitely appreciate throughout the whole Knicks community. No one can say that Paris hasn't shown love, and he's highly appreciated, bro, because he shows love to everybody. So he's definitely unique and special. I don't know where he finds all the time to watch all these shows, but I appreciate you, Parrish.
Well, when you own business, when you own your business, you know what I'm saying, own business owner, you can do what you want to do, baby.
I guess that's true. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Thank you again, man. Thank you again. Yeah, he definitely does, Andrew K. That's a fact. So looking at this box score, and there wasn't much to go around here. So I ain't gonna go into everybody in the box score because I'm just not gonna do it. I don't care to. I'm just gonna talk about 5 people. First off, Quentin Grimes had a stinker of a shooting game.
Tell me about it.
And defensively, he wasn't that great either, to be honest. I mean, he's due. In fairness, Quentin Grimes has been really good on defense. Offensively, I don't get on him too much because, quite frankly, the Knicks don't really look for him and incorporate him into the offense that much. They did the other day, but it's rare. And I've been asking, pleading for them to do more of it. But so in this game, he was 1 for 10. And from the field, and 1 for 6 from 3, 6 for 6 from the free throw line, which is a really good sign because if I've always gotten on Quentin Grimes because I think he's as a free throw shooter, he hasn't been that great, but this was nice to see. 4 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 turnovers, 9 points. So I think this was interesting to see that after he had that 33-point game, he came back and kind of the shot wasn't really falling. That's one of those things that's kind of followed him so far in this young career. He's been a little inconsistent. What do you think about Grimes, G Money?
I love me some Optimus Grimes, but he was gross like slime in San Antonio. I mean, 1 for 10. I will give him credit as far as him getting to the line, which I'll give him credit. and he's had a very underrated year. But last game, man, he pretty much laid a goose egg. I mean, 1 for 10, took some bad threes. I mean, he just got beat up off the dribble. His head was just stuck in the gutter. He just never really got his groove. And I know it happens sometimes, and I understand that, but it's against a team that stinks. You gotta show up against the bad team. So yeah, he just had a terrible game.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's gonna happen. But this was tough. What do you think, Jay Boogie?
Just something for him to get better at. You know what I'm saying? The great ones know how to play on a nightly basis. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna have to get better at a lot of things. I said it before, and I think Freezy reminded everybody that I think the exact numbers. Grimes has only played 71 games. 71 games. What that means is he hasn't even had a full year. He's still a rookie. So, with that there, he has much more room for learning and how to, to get his whole complete game that much better and everything. It's just that, with us, we have intentions to rush everything with a player and, overlook, what I'm saying, that this guy still is a baby. He still has to learn. He's making proper steps in the right direction, and just because you have a couple of bad nights or a bad game or whatever, I can't. Me personally, I don't allow that to overlook my view as far as his game, knowing that he's still a young pup, he's still learning.
Yep,
just that true. We look for him, to being that you're a starter and we give you that position. We included you into the for the Donovan Mitchell trade. We look for so much out of this guy, and we missed the point that he's still a baby. So we still have to continue on allowing Grimes to grow and find himself as a man, and also as a basketball player in this league. And he's doing a great job, coming along. One thing about he's had more better games than he has bad games. So let me just say that right there. But yeah, man, Grimes is going to get better. He's deserving of a stinker. We don't know how his body was feeling. He took a beating against Luka the other night, man. We don't know how his body was feeling, and to come back. You're on the road. You're sleeping outside of your bed. You got to wake up, and you're still in Dallas, Texas, and you got to deal with that. And everybody talking about eat the steak and everything. We don't know how he's feeling. You know what I mean? But I look for him to come back and straighten his face tonight against Houston, man.
Yeah,
I hear you. And listen, you're right though. That and that's really good for Grimes. I mean, I know some people look at it like, yo, what was that Grimes defense and all this stuff? Listen, he got that firsthand experience guarding Luka. And Luka is no joke. Luka makes good guys look silly out there. He's really talented. People try to joke and get on Luka because, as far as an NBA player, he don't have the best, physique. He's not cut up. He's a little bit more healthy looking when it comes to his weight.
Right.
So they get on him, and he's not as athletic because young Luka. Because remember, Luka's been playing basketball for a long time. Luka was playing against NBA players overseas when he was 16 and looking great. So he's lost a little of that athleticism over time, but he's still so crafty, and his skills have gotten so much better over the years. He can score on anybody in a number of ways. So he was giving Grimes everything. Like, yeah, take a look at this. You seen this before? Nope. Let me show you this one. Like, Luka got all the moves in the bag. So that's a good experience for him. And when you got a guy like Luka, let me tell you one thing. I wish if the Knicks was somehow able to get into the playoffs, right, and play a playoff scenario where they got to play Dallas multiple games and Grimes got to guard Luka all that time, let me tell you, the next year Grimes would be a defensive assassin, because playing a guy like Luka and then playing regular dudes, man. That's great, man. I like that for him. I know he's got to learn from it. It's good in time. But one thing I will say too is the Luka thing is also Luka's tall. Luka's, got him by some good inches, and that's tough to deal with. Grimes is just a little undersized. It's a shame, man, because he could be dominant on defense if he was 6'6", 6'7".
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, it's a shame, but it is what it is.
He's a 40-pound, much more heavier Larry Bird.
Yeah, he's a problem, heavy. Bro. It's crazy. And one last thing I was going to say about Luka. As I said, he's been doing this against professionals in overseas and NBA players at some times. Being 16, he's seen everything. Some of these guys are new to the league 2-3 years. Luka's been playing forever against high level competition, so he knows everything. It's a lot, and shout out to him. And next up is the star of the show. Okay, as I said before, we can't. Look, I'm gonna give the guy his props. 100%. Julius Randle is still Julius Randle, but he has shown that this year he's made a commitment to trying to be a better teammate. You can see I've never seen Julius talk this much or try to do this much positive things on the court as I've seen this year. Like, he is definitely trying his best to be a better person out there. So shout out to him. 42 minutes played, 14 for 27, 51% from the field. 27 to shoot 51% after 27 shots. Shout out to him. 6 of 13 from 3, 46%, 7 of 11 from the free throw line, 63. You'd like that to be a little better, but it is what it is. 11 rebounds, 7 assists, and 41 points. I mean, G Money, your thoughts on Julius, bro?
It was a Julius Jewel at the Alamo. He's been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, his 3-point shooting's come around, his banging in the paint. I love his turnaround fadeaway, his post fadeaway. And have you noticed he's controlled his attitude this year compared to last year?
That's what I'm saying.
He controlled his attitude this year. I mean, he's letting his game do the talking. I mean, his defense has improved this season. Last year was up and down. This year's his defense. There you see him hustling for loose balls and stuff. And like you say, he's been a better teammate, and he's just found his way to make himself better, making some other guys better, like Quickley and some other guys. So Julius Randle, he's played like an all-star this year, and just keep it up, JR30. Keep balling.
Facts. Agree. What do you think, J Boogie? I mean, you've had the love-hate thing with Julius too, man. You loved him. You even made a song for him. You had to put the song on the shelf, put the thumbs down. You know the Julius saga.
Yeah, man. But right now, right now, man, Julius is giving us everything, that we really wanted him to pretty much do the year coming off the MVP. Even though he skipped over 1 year, he had that. But man, Julius is back all the way, and he's doing everything he can possibly to fit in. I don't even care about his game. We already know Julius can get buckets. You know what I'm saying? Julius can get a bucket from anywhere on the court. He makes a couple of bonehead plays here and there, but you know what I'm saying? Most of the time when Julius does a bonehead play is because he's trying to make a play. But yeah, I just want to step out, man, just to show you how great he's doing as a person. When we played Philly, it was a play, and it was down low, and he passed the ball in B, and he went to go get a bucket, but Mitch was there. He took the ball from him, but when he took the ball from him, somehow, some way, Embiid took the ball back from him. And Mitch fell to the floor, fell on the ground, and Embiid dunked it with 2 hands. I know a lot of people might remember that play. It was in the second half. But more importantly, Julius went over there and gave that man dap after he gave up, as in like, yo, good play, dude. He gave him dap, and they went up court. And in two passes, they gave the ball back to Mitch, and he gave a dunk. I say that because, Julius is showing, some love to some players on the team. I know all in there people try to say him and Mitch don't get along and all this and that. But Julius is making his efforts, you know what I'm saying, on the court with the players and everything. So you gotta appreciate everything that he's doing. You know, I ain't forget the basketball, you know, but him just, you know, being him as a person with the squad, with the team, you know, and trying to make amends with everybody, that's just going a long way in my eyes on what Julius is doing on the court, man. So I appreciate everything that Julius is doing right now. It's something else that I was gonna say, it'll come back to me. I lost it in my track of thinking, just, you know, watching around where I'm at. But man, I love what Julius is doing on the floor, man, as a teammate and everything, man. Right now, he's just being a teammate to everybody. That's real special, man.
Yep, I agree. And I mean, look at first of all, well, let me, before I say that, I agree with you, Jay Boogie, and I've been noticing, I'm telling you, he's been trying his best to be a good teammate. The other day in the game,
I got it. Can I go back real quick?
Go ahead.
I got it. The other thing was the other night after the game when we lost that game to Dallas, and he said it's my fault. He said, my fault. I should have had that rebound. He put it on himself. You know, that shows that he's growing. He took the blame for that game. So, you know, I just wanted, those were the two things I really wanted to talk about with Julius when you asked that question. You know what I'm saying? Well, what he's doing with the teammates, and it seems like he's taking responsibility. You know what I'm saying? That come along after he got everybody for the meet. Let's get together. Let's talk. Let's figure it out. You know, so thank you, Julius. You know, for you doing what you're doing inside the organization. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know what I'm saying? It's you're getting your love and your props. You know, we appreciate you because we're New Yorkers. You can do one thing, but we'll forget about it. You know what I'm saying? But you can do something that can remind us. But we will forget about you and have our open arms. And right now, he's in our arms, man. He get all hugs.
I agree, brother. And I was gonna say, before I looked at, you know, you guys can see it on the screen already. Let me blow it up real quick. Look at that. Oof, man. Julius also, another thing that he did that I thought was really good, and this is the type of stuff we weren't seeing before, especially I know people use Obi as the biggest person to say that Julius isn't a good teammate and, you know, not picking him up when he's down and all that. Julius has been doing much better at that throughout the games. Oh man, hold on, let me cut this. Okay. I hate ESPN, man. ESPN be having yo, they try to get me demonetized. What they trying to do out here, B?
What, somebody got some new drums for Christmas or something?
Yeah, man. ESPN and their little commercials. So one of the things that I also saw, if you guys notice in the game against Dallas, Mitch went up there and missed those free throws. He clanked them, right? And they went into a timeout. Going into the timeout as they're walking off to the bench, Julius went up to him, hit him on his chest. Like, you know, you're all good. Like, this is what I'm saying that you didn't get to notice from Julius before that he's doing now on display. So, yeah, man, definitely he's trying to be a much better teammate. And I got to respect that, man. So listen, I said it before. I'm going to say it again. I like this Julius Randle. I like what he's trying to do for this team. And as long as he's here, I'm rocking with him. All I said before was he is our best asset. His value has never been higher. So if you ever considered it, you got to think about it now because this is the time. Doesn't mean you should do it, especially if it's not worth it. You rock with him because maybe if you put the right pieces around Julius, he can be a really good team player for this team and be a big factor. But if it's not going to happen, if you don't see it in the cards, if the Knicks ain't planning to make no good moves in the offseason because they don't have money and they're kind of cash strapped because they've made these acquisitions and giving people money, then you better think about what you're trying to do here. And if you got to move Julius, then you got to strongly consider it. That's all I'm saying. But if you look at Julius in his last 5 games, I mean, look at that, man. 41, 11, and 7, 29, 18, and 4. 35, 8, and 4, 29, 12, 3, 2, 30, 13, and 4. Like Julius has been balling.
All-star.
Yeah, definitely. He's got to be in consideration. Definitely, man. So shout out to Julius for not only turning his game around again, getting his head back in the game, but also being a much better teammate and understanding that his voice does matter, and people do look to him, man. You guys see it when he's balling, they want to give the ball back to Julius. They don't even want to do things out there. That's how much they respect him. So yeah, he's a big part of this team. All right, so let me drop that back down.
I see Kevin grabbing him this year. Kevin might grab all New York people and try to win the All-Star game with a New York team.
I mean, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. You know, I actually, you know what? I could see him doing something like that. You ain't lying, bro. Because at least he does show love and respect for you know, New York players and New York teams.
Because when you look at the forwards, you know what I'm saying? You got Kevin, you got Tatum, and you got Giannis. Who else? Ain't no centers. So who else is putting up better numbers than Julius? In the forwards. I mean, I might have missed somebody, but besides them three right now, to me, I'm giving it to Julius.
Makes sense. I mean, he's definitely balling like the Julius we've seen in the past, and it's good. It's good for him too, because you know that was that whole question: was it a fluke year, that most improved player? You know, could he do that again, or was that just one special year? But it looks like, you know, Julius is Julius. We gotta respect him.
He's been phenomenal this year on both sides of the ball.
He has. So who else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, Miles McBride, 31 minutes, 3 for 8, 37%. Not the greatest from the field, but Miles is a work in progress when it comes to offense. He needs the touches. 2 for 4 from 3, 50%, 1 for 2 from the line. You'd like to see a little bit more of the extracurricular stuff, though. Yeah, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 9 points. I'd like to see him get a little bit more into that, because we see Quickley can rebound, Quickley can get assists. Miles McBride has like that 6'10" wingspan. You know, I should see him doing a little bit more of this stuff. So hopefully in time he gets a little bit more comfortable. He gets in, because sometimes it's also about your positioning. You can't grab anything if you're not nowhere near the paint. So it depends on where you at. So we'll see.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Miles McBride? I'll start with you, G Money. And so the other thing, when you think about Miles, it doesn't have to be in particular this game, just how he's been playing so far since he's been getting more minutes.
He's been pretty good defensively, though. I know he's been pretty good defensively. Is a guy that can stay on you on ball defense. His 3-point shooting comes and goes, but I think will come around. But he's a good piece to have on your team. I just wish he'd just be more consistent offensively, get a mid-range shot in there. But other than that, he's been pretty good.
Okay. Jay Boogie.
Right now, Deuce is too high up in the rotation. Be honest with you. Deuce is one of them guys that's supposed to be on your bench, and he's supposed to always be ready just in case. You know what I'm saying? Just in case, you know, like the situations where we got going on right now. The team is not healthy and all that. Deuce is not supposed to be getting all this playing time in front of all these guys, but being that he is, he's gaining a lot of experience, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to say, you know, for like, you know, I don't want to, those free throw shots that guy took the other day and he missed, you know what I'm saying, during the game, you know what I'm saying? He's going to be able to knock them free throw shots down later on if he ever gets in that situation. Hostile environment on the road, you know what I'm saying? Never been in that type situation. Ain't a bench player, you know what I'm saying? Second round pick. He's going to get a chance to be in that position again in life, and he's going to knock him down just basically off that experience. What I didn't like is guys that were free throw shooters and missed free throws the other night against the Chicago Bulls and all them free throws. They was passing him the ball. I look for Quickley you to keep the ball. Grimes, I look for you to keep the ball. Y'all made 2 passes to get this man the ball. Most guys, when the game is on the line, when they want you to foul me. I dare you to foul me. I'm going to free throw. I'm knocking it down. All that keeping the ball moving. Now, let me get these free throws. And they wind up passing the ball to Grimes on 2 different situations for him to get fouled. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to Deuce. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, all he got to do is just go to the Wizard of Oz, Michael. Go to Wizard of Oz and go out there, man, and get you some heart. That's all you got to have, some heart and some more, you know what I'm saying? He get him some heart and confidence in his game. He'll be able to do different things on the court. But right now, he's still trying to fill himself out, still trying to, you know, make his best way that he can on the court, with the team and everything, adjusting the different roles and everything, So, shout out to Deuce, man. Everything that he's doing, man. I get a guy, his props, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, I hear you. And then I'm just gonna two more of the guys I want to talk about. I'm just gonna skip over, quickly come back to him, and head straight to Evan Fournier. Shout out to Evan Fournier. Andy, I should be happy, but I think that, and I've been saying this, man, Evan Fournier has been a consummate professional, bro. He has taken this role, that understanding that, look, he's been relegated to the bench for whatever reason, and he has been a team player. He's talked about it, and he's not said anything negative. He's like, I want to play, but I understand this is a decision that they felt they needed to make. But he's been a good dude on the bench, cheering for his teammates, really supporting what's going on out there. He hasn't been whining. You know what I mean? So shout out to him for being that dude. I was happy to see him in the game. I've been saying if you need somebody, they should play him because he hasn't really done anything wrong. Yes, talent-wise, he may not be the way he was before, but defensively, we know about all that. Offensively, he was struggling a lot this year, and this is the reason why he probably got benched, because even the stuff he was doing well in the past, he struggled this year, and I think that has a lot to do with the Knicks' new style of offense. Some of the things they've been doing, the speeding up things and all that. Even when most of the Knicks' offense is the same, the way in which they've been doing it and moving the ball, I don't think it was helping Fournier, and Fournier was really kind of struggling to kind of fit in. And that's why he struggled, because Fournier can light it up. Don't get it twisted. You put Fournier back in his old and just keep giving him the ball, he gonna light it up. So it was nice to see him out there, man. He played 16, almost 17 minutes, 4 for 6 from the field, 66%, 1 of 3 from 3. He hit both his free throws. He had 2 rebounds, 2 steals, and 11 points after not playing for 22 games. So shout out to Evan Fournier, man. What'd you think about him, G Money?
I thought he played well in the Alamo, San Antonio. Ooh la la! I thought Evan Fournier was big in San Antonio, hitting a 3 at the top of the key. That was a tough 3 floater. Even though I don't think Evan Fournier really fits on his team like that, but he does have talent. He can play maybe when he wants to, and he can shoot when he wants to. But I thought he bowled his mind out at San Antonio.
Yeah, I thought he played well. I mean, of course, obviously there's some plays. If you want to pick on people, you can see him. He got beat on defense a couple times, but not for nothing. As we talked about earlier with these, the Knicks got beat on defense all game. I mean, they allowed San Antonio to shoot over 51% from the field. I mean, it was crazy. Jay Boogie, what'd you think about Fournier?
A true professional, ready to go, you know what I'm saying? Understanding the situation, not complaining about, you know what I'm saying? Not becoming the problem, not all in the media to, take back shots at the squad and all that, so he's just a complete professional, ready to go. So, me personally, I appreciate everything he's doing, but you had to pick and choose, and they picked him over Cam. Both of them guys is up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So everybody keep talking about Cam on Cam play. Cam is up out of here if you don't know the situation. He's not going to be here, and they don't want to, he's injury prone. They don't want him to have no type of situation where they can't trade him. And Evan is up out of here too. But, they picked and choose, and Evan came on. He performed. He did a good job. He let people know he's sitting. I'm rusty, but I still got some game. You know what I'm saying? And the Knicks probably already on tone. We're going to send you somewhere. We're trying to make a deal with you somewhere where you could be somewhere in a contender, not be somewhere, you know what I'm saying, to be a role model on a team. We know you want to play. So we're going to send you somewhere where you can help somebody at. But, I mean, they're not playing him, guy. That was just an emergency play. And he came in. He did a great job first, not getting injured. Thank you. Second thing is, you know what I'm saying, you got a little bit of rust off. You gave some people a glimpse of what you could do. Thank you. Get back on that bench.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, it's nice that he came in and scored 11 points and was shooting pretty good from the field after not playing for 22 games. That right there is a great selling point for the Knicks and for the rest of the NBA to see, like, oh, okay, the guy's been on the bench. He's been a consummate professional. He hasn't talked bad about his team. good team player. We could use him in the locker room. Nice. And plus, the other thing, the differences between Cam and Fournier is that Fournier is not injury prone. Fournier is a professional who's been in this league for many years, has commanded the stage. He's been the number 1 or number 2 option on a team, right? He's also commanded big money already. And he had a really good year for the Knicks last year. His shooting was fantastic. And he's a sniper. Okay, so there's one thing you can't take away from him, as opposed to Cam, where Cam hasn't proven anything and showed anything consistently, and he gets hurt, so you don't want to really show him. Plus, he asked for the trade, so there's some bad blood there with the Knicks. They're just not using him. Fournier, you could take a shot.
Hey, Ron, I'm gonna jump off right here, Ron. I'm gonna jump off, Ron, because I'm going in the dead zone and I'm losing signal. But blessings to y'all, and I'll talk back to y'all real soon. Blessings to the chat. Everybody stay safe and healthy through the night. You know what I'm saying? Hurry up and get out of 22, and let's do this 23 things. Blessings, everybody. Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Happy New Year.
Appreciate you, Jay Boogie. Happy and healthy to you and yours, man. All right. So, yeah. So what I'm saying is basically Evan is someone you don't like. A real NBA team, real organization knows what they're going to get out of Evan Fournier. So him not playing doesn't hurt his value like that. What he did definitely helps, but not really worried about it. Sherwin, yeah, I agree with you that you said Fournier we find a new home. He's just not a fit. That's probably the case. However, that would be the biggest mistake ever if you bought out Fournier. That would be a waste of money because Fournier still has trade value. Out of everybody that we have on this Knicks team that we could move, I'm not Randle, though. I'm not talking about Randle. I'm talking about from Rose, Fournier, and Cam. I think realistically, outside of his price tag, because that's the only thing, the 18 million is a little bit of an issue. You know what I mean? But I think Fournier has the most trade value because he can go to a team as a sniper. Like Milwaukee can plug him in off the bench or whatever and, have him for threes in the corner. Giannis breaks down the defense. Fournier's in the corner wide open. 3. You know what I mean? You can send him to Dallas, who has inconsistent three-point shooting. Even Tim Hardaway is very inconsistent. Send him to Dallas and Fournier, in the corner. Luka breaking down the defense to Fournier for 3. You know what I mean? Like he can go to many different places and be an adequate member over there. So I think Fournier has a lot of value.
Like Phoenix too. You have Chris Paul doing a pocket pass for Fournier for 3, or book addition to Fournier for 3. And Fournier can play make too when he wants to. I know he's not a good defender, and I know Fournier is streaky, but Fournier can play make when he wants to though. So Fournier would fit nice with Phoenix.
I agree, and that's the reason why G Money. If you notice, the other 2 teams I said are high, high IQ, pretty good defensive teams, and then Phoenix would be another one. Those are teams like if you put a Fournier on them, he don't hurt them that because they got good defensive players. You know what I mean? Who can make up for his liability. So yeah, I agree with you 100%, and that's why I was saying to Sherwin, that's why I wouldn't want to buy him out. That's a price tag that's hefty. They didn't even want to buy out Kimba, and Kimba was only making a little over $8 million. So yeah. But I hear you though. I agree. They need to figure out a way to move them. And Andrew K said the Knicks are a dangerous team and can beat anybody when they play defense. That's 100% facts. I agree with you on that, Andrew K.
They play defense there.
Yeah,
and have good offense too, because it's not just defense. You also need offense to win championships too. People just talk about defense, but you're not going to win if you score only 0 points. You also have to have good offense down the stretch of games.
Facts, 100%. Shout out to a couple of SBL Bay in the building. Salute to you. Happy New Year to you and yours. Andrew Gutierrez in the building. Salute to you and yours. Happy New Year. Appreciate you. Salute. We surveyed 100 people. The Sphe Hive is in the building. Salute to you. Happy New Year, brother. D-Raz in the building. Salute. Respect the Juju Dread. Yes. Happy New Year, bro. El Servi. Salute to you. Appreciate you, my bro. Okay. So, yep. Thank you, Big Lou. Appreciate you, man. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your week and have a great, happy New Year going into the new year, man. It's already here, bro. I hope to see you next week if you can make it. We would love to chop it up with you on the panel. Shout out to Poopzilla. Appreciate you. Happy New Year, brother. Thank you for being here. He said Fournier is a system player, being that the Knicks don't have one. That's why he doesn't fit. I get that. Offensively, our system is much to be desired, bro. We definitely need to change some things up. Unfortunately, I don't know if we're gonna do that as while Tibbs is still the coach. Just saying. Defense, maybe, but offense, I don't know. Yeah, so and then I just want to get to this last person on the team, is Emmanuel Quickley, man. Emmanuel Quickley, once again, man, the numbers, 12 for 27, 44% from the field, 5 of 12, 41% from the 3-point line, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 36 points. A really good, really great game. And this is another thing, guys. This is why I tell you guys, don't pay attention to this plus minus crap. It don't matter.
Yeah.
If you're going to look at advanced analytics, that's different. Look at the game that Quickley had. Great shooting from every aspect. And he gave you 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, and 36 points, and he's a minus 12.
Crazy.
That doesn't mean he wasn't a good member of the team and didn't equate to winning. It's just the team was playing bad as a whole, and they were playing better. So, yeah, don't look at that plus or minus. Just ignore that stuff. What do you think about him, G Money?
Emmanuel Quickley, he was Emmanuel Swishly in the Alamo. I mean, his 3-ball went through the net. I love how he utilized the mid-range game. Man, he was boogieing at the mid-range, beautiful jaw-dropping floaters. Even like you said, got guys involved, especially Randle was crashing the glass. He's doing everything he could. I know he need and if you actually notice, I noticed that Quickley's played some defense this year. I know he was terrible defense against the Spurs, but he's played some defense this year, if you notice though. So I thought Emmanuel Quickley IQ was balling his butt off at the Alamo with his floater game, his mid-range game. He even got us to a good start in the first quarter though. So props to IQ.
100%. I agree, man. Definitely. He deserves all the kudos. He had a fantastic game. He was just on one. He was really good. It was really good to see him out there doing his thing. I like to see that type of Quickley action. I get on his game sometimes just because I just expect so much more. I think he's going to be so good. I just thought Quickley was going to be a sniper. I'm not saying he never will become one. He's just not there right now.
Yeah, he's streakier than Carwax. Yeah,
exactly, dude. He's so inconsistent with his shot, and I'm just so surprised. And I got to tell you, I've said it before. I'm going to say it again, just so people really think about it, and it's not just me saying it. Watch Quickley, man. He's just so indecisive with his shot. He's such a rhythm shooter that it takes away from opportunities for him. Every time you look at him, and people have said before that he can catch and shoot. I agree. He can catch and shoot, but he's got to be wide open. If you give him any level of resistance, or if he thinks you're going to get close, he will hesitate and he won't shoot it. He's got to take the ball, put it down, one dribble, and move to the side and then shoot. Like sometimes, there's nothing wrong with you shooting over a guy. Maybe he can't get there fast enough. You give yourself a shot. If you're wide open, at least the defense sees you're going to be wide open. If he's not there yet and collapsing, take the shot, because sometimes, you know what I mean, that opportunity may not be there. You put the ball down one dribble and try to get another shot, it may not be there, and we may need that shot. I just feel like sometimes he's terribly indecisive, and as you can see with the new NBA rules from the refs, he's been called for traveling quite a few times because of him putting the the indecisiveness is tough. So I think that holds him back. And if you're going to be a gunslinger, you gotta be comfortable enough to shoot and not be indecisive. So yeah, that's my thought when it comes to that. I will say that I think we've already gone over the other stats, so let me get this out of here. I think one of the players that I wanted to focus on right now, we talked about him a little bit in reference to this last game, but I want to talk about him in reference to who he is as a player and what he can do out there. And that's my guy Quentin Grimes, because the question has been before, and I'm not trying to bring this up to go on anybody's opinion. he has been in that whole ham sandwich narrative, and you guys have heard me go back and forth. If you've watched me on this show or any other show, I'm always cheerleading for Quentin Grimes. I'm like, yo, he's not a ham sandwich. He may not be as good as I thought he was, because I was calling him Klay Thompson Jr. because of what I think he can do out there. But in fairness, one, he's not as consistent yet as a shooter as Klay has been over his career. Two, Klay's probably a little bit better of a defender. And three, Klay's got inches on him. Like, Klay is 6'6", and Quentin Grimes is 6'4". So there's a difference. Plus the wingspan. Klay has a better wingspan as well. So I got to give that to Klay and understand there's differences there. That being said, it was nice to see that since Grimes has been getting more minutes, been inserted into the starting lineup, his defense has been fantastic, and he's been definitely making his impact felt, right? The other thing is, when he gets going and he becomes a focal point of the offense, you get to see the best of what he can do out there. It's really nice to see. Like, look at this, for example. Look at Quentin. Oh man, watch yourself.
He did the step back Bobby Jack on Luka Doncic. What a coinkydink.
Yeah, look at that. Okay. I guess we're transitioning up the court. I know this is going to be a Grimes play somehow. Oh, in the
Grimes
corner.
The left corner.
Bang.
Bada bing, bada boom. Yep.
Very nice. Right here, we're searching, quickly doing his dribble thing. Oh, way out. Bang.
Whew. And you love what Grimes does, but he does move great without the ball. He can move really more around the baseline, less off-ball movement. He's really moved well without the ball. Optimus Grimes.
I love it. And I like the fact that when he gets to be a part of the offense, not just a spot-up shooter, he can take you off the dribble. He can do things like this. Oh, wait. I missed it. Let me get my rebound. Hustle.
Yes.
Just keep it going.
A lot of hustle.
Yeah,
a lot of hustle.
Pass it. Let me get it back to you.
Seeing Grimes as a ham sandwich is kind of disrespectful to me personally.
Yeah, I just think he's more than that. I think he really is. And another thing we've seen, look at these Knicks players when they're thrust into starting roles and get starting minutes. Now all of a sudden Grimes can put up 33, Quickley can put up 36. It's interesting to see. So these guys obviously can show you more than you witnessed before. Look at him taking the guy off the dribble. Look at that.
Exactly. He can do that. My only thing with Grimes, I wish he'd be more aggressive. Wish his shots, wish he'd be more aggressive. But other than that, Grimes does everything. He's a great on-ball defender. He's like, look at the finishing. He's an underrated finisher. Can rock the rim when he wants to, and he's very good moving without the ball, especially when it comes to the wing and top of the key.
Yes, sir. Very nice to see him out there doing his thing. And just this is the last shot, I think, of this package. Right? Get it up, right back up. Yeah. Grimes moves around. He does things out there on the court. Definitely impacts winning on both sides. So I like his game. I think the Knicks definitely knew what they were saying when they were like, let's hold on to Grimes if we can. And I understand that. Listen, because the point was made before. Utah wanted whatever they could get for Donovan Mitchell. And in some cases, they may not even value some of our talent that we're sending to them. They just want as many pieces as they could get. And we value some of these guys more than they do because we need them. So shout out to them for trying to hold on to Grimes at least. Although I still think we should have got that deal done, but that's besides the point. Shout out to Soul Finger in the building.
Soul Finger, what's cracking?
My guy, good to see you, brother. Pleasure. Yeah, man, it's good to see everybody, man. Happy New Year's to everybody. I don't have a whole big spiel about a bunch of stuff today. I wanted to just come on and do a little something for everybody because it's been a minute. I've been on vacation this week, and so as I said, John's been away. Jose's been doing his thing. We've been taking a little break, but getting back to it next week. But going into we got a game tonight, man. 7 p.m. Houston Rockets or 7:10 start, whatever it is. Let's see what that matchup is looking like. Let me pull this up real quick because I think that once again, because I'm always surprised at these game previews at how close
Mhm.
some of these matchups look, man. It's nuts. Let's see here. All right. All right, let's see how this looks. Okay. Game charts. All right. Here we go. All right. So, New York Knicks versus the Houston Rockets. Mind you, the Houston Rockets are the worst team in the Western Conference. But look at these numbers. Okay. So the Knicks are scoring 114 points per game, 114.6. Rockets are scoring 110. Rebounds, Knicks are 47.2. Houston's 46.9. It's interesting. I'm surprised because Knicks have been really good at rebounding as a team this year, but the Rockets are right there. Nice to see. Assist wise, 23.4 for the Knicks, 21.7 for the Rockets, 4.3 blocks to the Rockets, 4.6. Okay. 12.9 turnovers to 16.1 for the Rockets. I expect that they're a young team. But this is where it gets interesting, folks. 45.8 field goal percentage, 44.5 for Houston, 33.9 from three, 33.2 from three for the Rockets, 78.4 from the free throw line, 77.3 for the Rockets. Much more evenly matched than you would expect. Points in the paint, 54 for the Knicks, 50.7 for Houston. Second chance points, 17.5 for the Knicks, 17.3 for Houston. Fast break points, 13.3 for the Knicks, 11.4 for Houston. Once again, when you look at these numbers, these teams are a lot more even than you'd expect. So, could the Knicks lose this game? Yeah, they could.
Of course they could. The game has to be played. Any team could lose in a given day. The game has to be played.
Yeah, it's a fact. What's your thoughts on tonight's matchup, bro? How do you think the Knicks? You think the Knicks going to be able to pull this one out? Keep it in mind, we don't know if we're going to have Brunson yet. He might play, we might not. We definitely won't have RJ.
Call me crazy. I have a weird feeling we're going to lose to the Rockies. I have a weird ass feeling we're going to lose this game. Because here's why I say that. All right. I know Houston stinks. They're 10-25, but this is a team that's had some good wins. They beat the Bucks. They beat the Hawks. I mean, they've had some very good wins this year. I mean, they're a fast-paced team. They're not a great three-point shooting team, but they can hit threes when they want to. St. Goons had a phenomenal year. Jalen Green, man, he's brought some. He's given him a rocket punch. I can say he's been amazing this year. Kevin Porter's been phenomenal. I have a weird feeling we lose this game because it's like I have a feeling this game would be close, and I think Houston's going to try to trap Randle tonight. So, and historically, the Knicks struggle in Houston lifetime historically. So, we only won 3 games in Houston since 2000, since the mid 2000s. So that's gonna be. So yeah, you got to consider that. I think it might drop this game to the Rockets. Just a weird feeling.
Ah, man, I hope that's not the case, but I understand. I could agree. And then Sherwin, shout out to you. Thompson is 6'6" in shoes, and Grimes is 6'5", 1/4 in shoes. Okay, all right. If you want to get technical, that's not what he's reported as, but on just regular NBA stuff. But listen, I appreciate you, Sherwin, for doing the deep dive, brother. But I don't know what's their wingspan. If you know what Thompson's wingspan is compared to Grimes's wingspan, because that plays a part as well. Let me know if you feel like checking.
You want me to check?
Thompson's no. It's okay. I was leaving it up to Sherwin because Sherwin likes to do deep dive stats and stuff. So it's okay. Let me see here. Did I think I said, oh, no, I didn't. Shout out to Almighty Finesse. What's good? Happy New Year, brother, to you and yours.
Salute, Cully. Salute, everyone. Yep.
Salute. Yep. Happy New Year to Cully. Appreciate you, bro. Happy New Year to my guy, Keith Turner. Salute, man. Good to see you. Look at this. Andy N says, NBA exec, Knicks have engaged in talks with the Pacers revolving around a potential trade for Obi Toppin. Listen, if the trade involved the Benedict Mathurin, I'd be happy. It won't.
Ecstatic.
If the trade involved the Andrew Nembhard, I'd be happy.
I'll be ecstatic too.
this trade probably is going to somewhere revolve around Miles Turner. I know it. I just have a feeling, and I don't know how I feel about it, but I feel like that's what it's going to revolve around.
Right. I could agree with that because I don't see Indiana giving up their future with Halliburton, Mathurin. I don't see that. If this trade would have happened, Miles Turner's got the first plane tickets coming here to the Big Apple, and I would love Miles Turner because he can shoot. He's a good he's a great interior defender. He's a pretty good free throw shooter. He could be streaky sometimes, but he's a good player to have on your team. So if I were New York, even though I love me some Obi Toppin, I would consider making this move via the Knicks.
I mean, but if you're doing something like that, if you're talking about a Miles Turner, you're giving up more than Obi Toppin. And so does that mean you're giving up Obi Toppin and say a Hartenstein and who else is going? Because, you're bringing in if it's Miles Turner, if that was the suggestion, then, they're not keeping all these guys. They're not keeping all these bigs. They're keeping Mitch, most likely. They're keeping Mitch. So you figure Hartenstein's going. I mean, even listen, depends on what they're looking for over there. But I don't think they'd want Jericho because I think Jalen gives them and I mean Jalen Smith, whoever the big they have over there, and the backup guy is pretty good too. And I feel like they can do similar things to what Jericho provides, and they're probably better offensively. So a guy like Hartenstein might fit them. He gives them some of that Sabonis type quality where he can move the ball around and stuff. So that might be what they're looking for. Obi gives them a different dynamic. They can stretch the floor a little bit when he's on, and they could definitely go up and down the court. So I'm sure they like that. And that's interesting. I don't know. We'll see where that goes, man. We'll see, because Knicks are very, very known for being in talks about everything, but they don't do much. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I as much as I hope that you're wrong, bro, I could definitely see Houston winning this game. I mentioned it earlier. I think they're a young team that runs up and down the court. They've got some explosive athletic talent. And I think the fact that the Knicks have been stretched very thin and Tom Thibodeau with his short rotation, these guys are tired. I could see Houston running them out the gym because of that.
Yep.
We'll see. I hope it's not the case, though. But maybe a couple days rest might help them a lot, man. And maybe if Brunson doesn't play, that means we might see Fournier again. We might see Derrick Rose again. Maybe Derrick has a better game because Derrick looked bad in that last game. Not for nothing. Derrick did not look good.
Man, he was stuck in a Bermuda Triangle out there, missing layups, taking bad threes. He just looked. I love me some D Rose, but he looked like a grandpa out there, man.
Yeah, it did not look good. But then again, as in fairness, in the same way that I could say Fournier looked good after not playing 22 games, Derrick Rose hasn't played a lot either. He's 34, so he probably needs his reps to be comfortable out there. So maybe if he plays again tonight, he'll look better. So
maybe, possibly, yeah.
I don't know, Andrew K. I'll be honest. In the past, if you would have asked me this, I would have said Obi's definitely staying here.
Who knows?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Who knows what
JJ said, Obi for Halliburton. Yeah, in our dreams, bro.
Yeah.
Look at this. Soul Finger.
Salute Soul Finger.
Hey, what's happening, fellas?
What happened, brother?
What's shaking and baking? Happy New Year.
Oh, same to you, fellas. Same to you. I'm on the clock right now, so let me slide in real quick and slide out like a thief in the night.
Yeah, man. Just want to hear your voice, brother. It's good to hear you, man. I haven't seen you in a minute.
Yeah, man. Been working and this basketball season, so my daughter got me on the grind, so we all over the place.
Gotcha.
But I just want to say, hey, Happy New Year to you cats and to the chat. And just really real one thing you said, it kind of struck a chord, not in a bad way, but it makes sense. I'm with G Money because the guy's looking tired. You look at some of the shots, and with JJ and I were in the chat talking about Houston's gonna run. Those young Thundercats can get out there. Those young Rockets can get it, man. So, and with us being as thin as we are, it's it's going to be a rough one. You're going to have to change up the pace and have them play your game, not their game. They're going to want to run. We're going to have to be one of those. And really, I'm not stuck in the 90s, but it's going to have to be one of those 90s grind them, slow them down type game. You know, but man, it's something else. It's just we need a lot of BC powder and Band-Aids, man, for the squad, man, the way they hurt, man.
Yeah, man. We only won in Houston 3 times since 2004. Remember the crazy game winner that Jamal Crawford had on TNT in H-Town when he banked off the window? We only won like 3 games in Houston since 2004.
That was just like when we finally got a win after 14 seasons in Denver?
Since 2006. Since 2006,
It's crazy.
I listen, man. You know, you ain't lying, Soulfinger. It's just like they looking. Tibbs is going to put them in a situation where they start to look bad for no good reason because they're tired. They're going to start to look more lethargic. They're not going to give the effort that we've been seeing over that 8-game winning streak because they're just going to be exhausted out there. Eventually, it's going to hit them. They may come out energetic and with that energy, you know, in the first quarter, second quarter, but then as the game wears long, you're going to start to see these guys start to fold. And that unfortunately is when you go to these short rotations, 8, 9 men, okay, it is what it is. But when you start losing players and you're unhealthy and you got guys who aren't used to playing all these minutes out there and aren't used to being against this type of talent consistently, you run into a lot of problems.
Yeah. And, you know, you said something else, Ron,
regarding that. You know, you're talking about a 7 and 8 man rotation and you're talking about these injuries. You got to look at minute distribution. And you're saying the game could possibly looking like you can start seeing the game slip in the third. The way things have been looking, I think halfway into the second, you're going to see the problem. Not in the third, it's going to be halfway into the second. You can tell shot selections, you know, missed assignments, you know, because a lot of times you see ball watching. Even though a lot of times in the NBA, you know, it's one of the things that drives me crazy is watching, you know, somebody shoot the ball, there's no following of the shot. You don't see anybody else going down. You always see one person underneath the rim and everybody else is going back down the court. You leave with one person to rebound, which is kind of insane to me. But I mean, that's a discussion for a whole nother day. But the whole problem is the fatigue factor. You could see the mental lapses, man. You know, and I think you said, I was listening to you earlier, G Money, and I agree with you. I think they're gonna double up on Randle because with Randle, you're gonna double him up. You got IQ, who you know can score. You know, Grimes didn't look good last game. Deuce, like I said, man, he's shooting at 3 like he's off and on, but majority of the time he can't hit an elephant in the backside with an ironing board from 3. I like Deuce. There's no slight on him. I'm just saying we know. You look at the numbers. You know, we have to get. We got somebody has to step up, but I'm for opening up give some guys you normally wouldn't give minutes to give the main players. You need a blow. They need that break. Unfortunately, Cam, like Jay Boogie was saying, Cam up out of here, man. He up out of here he's up out here like the shit. It is what it is, man. And I hate it didn't work for him and everything, but you're not going to put him in just for the simple fact you're scared if he gets hurt, then how can you move him? You know, that's the thing. So it's a pretty weird conundrum that we're in because we just went on an 8-game win streak. Now we're on a 5-game losing streak. So I expect the season to be what it is, a roller coaster ride, ups and downs, ups and downs.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're right.
Happy, sad, yeah.
Shout out to Danny Landis. What's going on, Danny? Appreciate you,
Danny,
bro. Happy New Year to you and yours, man. I hope your son's doing well. I don't know if he's playing ball right now, but if he is, I hope he's doing great out there. Keith Turner said Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. And you know what? That's probably what Indiana's trying to come out off of. You know what I mean? They're probably trying to get rid of Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. And Buddy Hield, see, that's the best audition tape when you light up the team you're playing. We won the game, but Buddy Hield was lighting the Knicks up, you know. So he probably, left a good impression on some of the Knick brass too. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't necessarily love Buddy Hield. I used to like his game back in the day, but now it's a little different for me. But beggars can't be choosers. The Knicks need something different. So I don't know. We'll see. And maybe you could be worse off. Like if you get Miles Turner and he comes in and does well. I'm a little iffy on Miles Turner personally, but if he comes here and does well for the Knicks, and like say he replaces Hartenstein, you got a much better player, I think, in Miles Turner than Hartenstein. And so, if Buddy Hield is a part of the package, then you live with it because at least Buddy Hield, when he's on, he shoots. And he wasn't playing that bad of defense in the game that I saw. He wasn't the greatest, but he's better than some of our other players on defense. I'll say that. He plays good team defense. Yeah, and we'll see. There was something else I wanted to say here that I saw. Oh, shout out to JT Riddick. Happy and healthy New Year to you and yours, brother. Appreciate you. What was it? Damn, I think I lost it. There it is. Mike Lowe. First move is to replace Tibbs. Mike, I'm listening. I've been kind of quiet because Knicks fans were starting to feel real good about what the Knicks were doing, and Tibbs does get credit for that. So I was a little quiet on it, but that's still always in the back of my mind, man. I said it, and I'm going to continue to say it. Going forward, I think the Knicks need to move on from him. But right now, while he's here, yeah, I don't know,
I'm
bro.
with you. I mean to cut you off, whatever. I'm just saying it, and that was more of my internal monologue coming out like it is. I have never really been a big fan of him, but I'll rock with what we got. But going forward, gotta make some moves. It's just that's how I feel about it and stuff, man. But hey, it is what it is. Eventually, things will happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's not fast enough.
Yeah, exactly. And, it is what it is. I don't think anything will happen during the season, but it's something the Knicks should consider going forward if they're trying to change this team. And if they're handicapped in certain ways, they can't bring in, quality talent because they don't have the money in the offseason, or they can't pull off a good trade, get a good trade package together. Then what are you going to do? You're going to keep just doing the same thing? At some point, we got to do something different. So, and shout out to Mike Lowe. Happy and healthy New Year to you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I just think that it's one of those things where, we'll revisit it. Danny said, my son's first game is January 8th and practice starts Thursday. I'm the coach of his team again. Hey, all right.
Nice.
So good look for you, Danny.
Shout out Danny Landis.
Yeah, nice. Cully said, man, I try to compete with what we got. Superstars and all-stars are scarce in this league. The guys we want traded, we get in little to no return. And some guys we have to attach picks to move. Not worth it. I hear you, Cully, and I agree. And, part of the reason why I want the Knicks to make a move if they could get like a 3-and-D player from somewhere that he doesn't even have to be high priced. Just someone who gives you that good defense and might be able to knock down a 3 here and there without breaking the bank. Because as I said before, if you heard me mention that I wanted to trade Tibbs, or if this front office might be a shakeup at some point, I don't want them doing a whole bunch of bad moves and trades and making it worse for the next regime. So keep it small and simple for now.
I said a name before.
And I had pitchforks, torches, and everything come out after me when I said his name, when I was talking about 3, small, 3 cats that could play that small forward for us. One of which happened to be Robert Covington. And I'm not looking for Robert Covington to come off and be this, be all world, but being that he's a veteran, he can play multiple positions. He plays defense, something that we could possibly use. And he's a durable cat. And you probably get him on the cheap. However, with him being with the Clippers, I think that fish don't fry. So I don't see that ever happening. Especially
plus, they probably need him with the health concerns over there. They need bodies.
At the time when he was available, I was all for somebody like that, a veteran. He's not over the top, but he's solid, and that's what I was looking for. Until we can really get what we need. But he could. I think he would have been able to contribute to the team. But like I said, man, that fish don't fry, and we're just we're kind of like in purgatory. I want to say it was I want to say GI was the one who, I want to say GI was the main one saying that we're in purgatory, in a sense, in some ways. But excuse me, I'm all for us using, working with what we got instead of pulling the trigger on something crazy to set us back.
Sometimes you just kind of got to take your shot on the chin
to get to where you got to get. And right now, we taking multiple shots, man.
I hear you. Yeah, I think it's one of those things where the Knicks just have to continue to play basketball as consistent and efficient as possible, and continue to have that same commitment to defense that they've been displaying prior to the last game. And we'll be okay, because right now this team hasn't shown that they're going to be able to do anything, yet. They have to be consistent with it. We have to see a good run of basketball. They have to keep run. The funny thing is, guys, you see the Knicks went on that streak, but at the time that they went on the streak, you saw there was other teams around the NBA streaking as well. So, as much as you might be gaining ground, these other teams, look at where Brooklyn is now. They won 10 games. Look where they at in the standings.
Yeah,
they're top three in the East. No one. They did start off 2-6. Don't forget, and they cranked it on. They cranked it on. They're 21-6. The last 27 games. They're number one in offense in that span. Number 7 in defense. Man, that team's just been Brooklyn in the house right now. They've been lining it up.
Well, Jock Vaughn, look who he came up under. That's off that Pop coaching tree, man. And I'm excuse me, I've said it before. That Pop coaching tree is pretty good. Popovich is, if you can pluck something off that tree, you may actually be working with a little something, or at least get some elements into your organization. Because I think a lot of successful teams. Well, when you look at Milwaukee, their head coach, Pop coaching tree. I mean, we can go to the WNBA. Yeah, go to the WNBA, Pop coaching tree. with the Aces. So I'm just saying, it's things you want to look at. And I'm not saying that Pop is the he can walk on water but can't get wet, but he's proven. And and some of his coaches have been pretty good. I mean, this is Jock Vaughn's second chance at it, and he's turned that team around. With all the drama they had.
Right, and another thing, a mighty finesse also brought a good point. The Wizards have been scorching hot too. They won 4 in a row after they lost. They won 5 out of 6. They lost 10 in a row, including beating the Suns twice. I mean, the Wizards are not that far back from the Knicks if you look at the standings, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why, once again, there's so much parity in the NBA and in the Eastern Conference, West, both. But the other thing is, we said it before, it takes a couple months, a month or two for us to start really realizing who's real and who's not real, and for these teams to start getting their gel on. And these teams are starting to get their gel on now. And you see, look at Boston. Boston loves to go streaking. They go and streaking again. They just, they starting to run away.
4 in a row. Yeah.
That's what they do. That's what the Sixers too. The Sixers just got Tyrese Maxey back last night. So watch for them. He didn't look that great because he hasn't been playing. But once he starts going, once he gets that rust off, watch how they take off, man. Because the other thing is, if you've seen that Embiid has been getting into his MVP form lately, notice the MVP guys are starting to get into their form. Luka's trying to kill. Jokic went on a run. He wasn't that. I think last night he still had probably a triple-double, but his shooting wise wasn't that great. But just always doing something. These guys are starting to go. So watch out for them, man. Watch out for the big players.
And that's a good point that you brought up, Ron. And also look at the time of the season, because you don't want to peak too soon. Right. Case in point, look at what we did. Granted, and I'm going to talk about our 4th seed run. It was towards the end of the season, towards after All-Star break. We got hot and made a good little run. So I'm not saying that again, but you want to get hot at the right time. So it's a lot to say. It's a lot to be said, or it's a lot to be said if you think about once we get healthy again, which way we're gonna go, and then after trades, because
once that closer we get to the trade deadline, we'll see which way the team. Because I do believe there's going to be a move. And after seeing what was in the chat and was posted about possible Obi, Obi move, if it does happen, what will we get back? Which way, because the team is going to change up again. And, if you look at it, Obi kind of fits them better than just my opinion. For those,
I agree. Your opinion is right. I agree.
That, and I'm not an Obi hater or whatever, nothing like that.
I like Obi. Me myself, I like him. But he fits that team, especially which way they're going.
I agree.
With Ben Mathurin and Halliburton, they and what's his name, the other kid that we tried to get, Chris
Duarte.
Yeah, Duarte.
Yeah,
man. I mean, man, they could actually mess around and build for the future pretty nicely. And the way they run, Obi fits them.
That's true.
He fits them, and in a lot of
and Halliburton can pass too, and Obi will get more open looks to cuss to the rim. Yep.
Yeah. So we just got to see which way we're going to go. It's almost, I keep saying we're going in a direction, we got a direction, but when you see this, it's like, okay, where are we going? It goes back to that. Where are we going?
Right.
Even looking at this last draft, we came out with nothing. Well, so you got Trevor Kills, but we really came out with nothing.
Yeah.
Do you see that as long term? Do you see him as long term? So not to derail the show or go over. I'm going to get back on the road because I'm going down that back road.
I hear you
with that, because as you start looking at it. But in regards to tonight's game and everything, what we need to do, they just need to go out and play defense, something we haven't seen. Get these cats off their 3-point line. Man, I am so sick of seeing it look like a thunderstorm when we're on the court because they've raining threes on us, man. And the other thing, hit your free throws.
Agreed. Jeez.
Hit your free throws. I mean, you got cats that can jump out the gym. They can hit a three, but you put them in front of that line with nobody around, and it's clean food. Straight up, man. I mean, I never seen. I mean, they throwing boulders and cinder blocks at the backboard, man. You can't hit a free throw to save your life.
That's agreed. 100%. Yeah, man. I hear you. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. I know we didn't do that great in the draft for our other reasons because the capologist said, listen, we need to do this and do this in order to be able to afford to do this. So that's what happened. Knicks just got themselves in a little bit of a mix. They had a plan, and that plan was to maneuver some things to get off of Kimba and to be able to have money to re-sign certain players. So we had to eat the draft. That's basically what happened, guys. Yes, they ate the draft. So it is what it is.
That was because you're trying to be too cute early on, and then it came back to bite you because you took out a rental. And like I said, I've been one. I try to be, I try to be as open-minded and positive. And I'm not gonna lie, I drank the Kool-Aid, man. Now I'm twitching around like a roach that got hit with raid. It's one of those things. I still have, I still like some of the pieces we have on the team. A lot of them, Grimes. I'm not gonna put Grimes as Grimes. And yeah, I was one of those. I was like, that's Allen Thompson. Clay Houston, and all the reason I said because his form, the way he shot the ball. I wasn't comparing his game. It was just he has beautiful form where he shoots, but he plays defense. And I like that draft. I like that when we drafted him. Along with IQ. If IQ wouldn't be, if it wasn't for Rona, IQ wouldn't be a Knick because he would have been drafted sooner.
True.
I really
can see that. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I believe that. Shout out to For the Love of the Game. I shouted out Worldwide out earlier. I believe this is Hard Will. What's good, my brother? Shout out to you. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here, man, as always. And I said, once again, I shouted y'all out earlier, but once again, if y'all haven't tuned in, check out For the Love of the Game. Great content. They're going on later today. I think he said prior to the game, or maybe even after the game, to ring in the new year. I don't know, but I know they're going to be going on later. So shout out to them once again. Check them out on YouTube. Number 4, OUR, Love of the Game. Appreciate you guys.
The hard way.
Sure.
That's right. That's right. And also shout out to Bricks Nation in the building. Salute to you, my brother. He said, sell, 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 tank, 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 fire, fire, fire. Happy New Year, Bricks Nation. Happy New Year, Hard Will. Appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, guys. So listen, I gotta probably head up out of here. I gotta get some stuff going, take care of the fam, definitely my wife, and make sure she's straight. But I appreciate y'all being here and chopping it up with me. It's been nice to come back and do the show. I didn't do the SKF weekly this week, didn't do the NBA report, so it's nice to get back in the swing of things. We'll be back on our regularly scheduled programming this week, so definitely look forward to that. I'm hoping to do something a little different and special for the month of January as far as SKF weekly goes, but it's all about scheduling and seeing if I can get the proper guest. I want to do a little something special with regards to the women's movement and have some women on to talk sports and talk these Knicks. Maybe we could do something for the whole month of January if I can make it happen. If not, maybe I just have to back burner it and do it some other time. But the plan is to, you may see some female guests that have been on in the past once again back on the show, and maybe some new people that been working to try to get on, but scheduling has been crazy. So we'll see. That's a plan. So definitely stay tuned. Look forward to that if it can happen. Shout out to Will Salkin. What's good, Will? Appreciate you, man. Happy New Year to you and yours, man. Good to see you, bro. Hopefully you doing good out there, man. Yeah, man. Let's hope the Knicks win tonight. Let's hope they can bring home a victory and stop this losing streak, or it could turn to 6 easy. So
man, tell me about it, man.
Hope for the best, man.
Yeah.
Listen, before I get out of here, let me get around to you guys once again. Final words. G Money.
Salute. Nice to see you again, Soulfinger. Nice to see you again, Ron. Happy New Year to everyone. Hope everyone stays healthy and safe from the pandemic. Happy holidays. Hope you guys had a great Christmas. And just cherish every day of your life, though. Because cherish every day. You don't know when your last hour will be. Cherish every day of your life. Help others in their time of need. And just hope the Knicks just get their head out of their butt and hope to turn the ship around.
Agreed. Thank you, brother. Soulfinger.
Well, man, I got to follow up behind that, man. I should hit him with the Russell Simmons. God bless you. Good night. but I appreciate you letting me come through the door again. And I've been out the way for a while. Like I said, running around, such is life with work and kids and everything. But I want to say appreciate it, Ron. Keep doing what you do. I may not be in, you may not see me in the chat, but I'm always listening and keeping an eye on what's going on. And I thank you again for everything you do. Good seeing you again, G Money. As always, our man, the captain, Ron, man, will say the walking encyclopedia, as he called my man. He coined it for G Money. Shout out to the chat, and also when it comes to our Knicks, man, we just gotta take it a game at a time, man. It's gonna be rough. So, get whatever makes you feel better, whatever stiff, if it's a stiff drink or whatever your favorite apple juice is, your favorite brand of apple juice or whatever you got, you better get a whole bunch of it and sip on it because it's going to be a roller coaster ride. And I just want to tell everybody Happy New Year. Make this, whatever happened in your life in 2022 that didn't go well, look forward to 2023, onward and upward. Let's just, bring it in, and always the best way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. And that's what you need to just continue to do with your life. Take everything a day at a time and look to the keep your head up to the sky. Hey,
there you go.
With that, y'all have a good one and enjoy yourself.
All right. Same to you and yours, Soulfinger. Appreciate you, my brother. Yeah, man. Thank you guys once again for being here with me. Thank you to everybody who came on the show. Soulfinger, G Money, J Boogie, D's World of Hoops. Appreciate y'all. Happy and healthy New Year to everybody. Listen, don't put things off, man. The year went by really quickly. So cherish the time you got, make moves, man. Don't regret things, and don't put things off. Just go at it full force. Just give it a try. Also, we're getting older. I know some of us are younger than others. I'm in between, I guess, some people, whatever. But if you're feeling anything, take care of it, man. Get it checked.
Please
don't
do.
put more time behind you, because Father Time is right there. It'll catch up to you, and whatever little aching thing you thought was a little bit of an issue before becomes a problem later. So deal with it when you can, man. Much love to all y'all. Shout out to Victor Rivera in the building. He says, salute, fan, happy new year, God bless. Same to you and yours, man. Appreciate you as always. Appreciate you, Wiz. Thank you once again. Happy new year to you. And real quick, Dwayne Dennis, I think I have the Knicks winning tonight. But it's only if Julius continues to have a good game, because if Julius is quiet tonight, the Knicks, I don't see the Knicks winning. I think it's too much for them too much for them to overcome, and we don't even know if we're gonna have Brunson. So if we got Brunson, we got a good shot as well. But Julius still needs to have a good game.
Hey, real quick, Ron. I think Pudge had put it in there. Put it in the chat. No RJ, which we know, and no Brunson. I think.
Okay.
Is it official? I mean, I know RJ won't play, but is it official with Brunson? Do we know?
I'm not sure, but I will give you this. If Pudge put that joint in there, a lot of times he won't put anything out of pocket, because a lot of times it's been spot on when it comes to stuff like that. So he's one of those that in the world of chat, trust and believe.
Facts. I agree with that. So, I mean, and it makes sense. Most likely they shouldn't play JB, because we already talked about JB needs to rest and get healthy. And then you really want to bring him in against the Houston Rockets and have him running up and down the court with that young team.
It'll just be wrong. It'll just be wrong.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. Shout out to No Cap Sports Talk. Appreciate you. Happy and healthy new year to you and yours. And also happy and healthy new years to Eric Horn. Appreciate you, man. I know these Knicks games going to give you a heart attack. I hear you, brother. Listen, as I always say, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still Knicks fans, we'll be back again, whether it be on Monday night, 9 p.m., Still Knicks Fans Weekly. On Thursday night, Nothing But Knicks, the NBK channel. That's right, the NBA Report at 8 p.m. on Thursdays. Or right back here again, 11 a.m. on Saturdays for Know the Ledge, man. Shout out to Hinton Murphy. Thank you, my brother. Listen, happy new year to you and yours, man. Thank you for the generous super chat. Appreciate you, brother. I need to get you on here one of these days to chop it up again, man. I miss our conversations, bro. Hopefully you're doing well out there. Listen, everybody, I always say, take it easy, be good. And if you can't be good at it.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's just my little thing. Anyway. Yeah, man, it's been a pleasure. And as Knicks fans, I get it. We won 8 in a row. Now we've lost 5 in a row. We're getting a little crazy, but don't get too wild, man. Know the ledge.
See if I know the ledge.
Don't jump out that window yet. Okay.
Yes,
so
sir.
Take it easy. Yeah, man, it's been a pleasure. Great show. Thank you guys. Have a happy and healthy new year tonight. Stay responsible. If you're going to be on the road, don't drink or have somebody else to drive for you. Just understand that we all got problems, but don't whine your sorrows in the bottle.
Yeah.
So take it easy, y'all. Happy and healthy. I'll see y'all in the new year, man. It's been great. Appreciate
Be
y'all.
easy, fellas.
We out of here.
Peace. Happy New Year.